Doink. Yep, Lily's stretching. She's like, here we go. I was really hesitant about even bothering streaming. This is not entertainment. This is just someone playing Star Trek Online and talking about nonsense and letting spammy sounds play through the whole thing. But anyway, hello everybody and welcome to another night. It is October 29th, 2022, and this is Star Trek Online. Again, every day. And I do not get tired of playing. I'll run out of things to do. You know, like if I'm off work or something like that, and I play and then I'll stop and do something else and then come back to it, but I never get tired of playing the game. Most would say, aren't you tired of doing Dyson? No. Why? Dyson's fun. Ooh, that's the Rex is about to pop. I know it. I can feel it. Coming in the air tonight. Whoa. And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Whoa. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Okay, we won't go after that one. We'll go this way, because that's about to happen. If that's true right there, that is about
Stream
to happen.
Elements says, Scorpwana is now live.
Live, damn it!
Streaming Star Trek Online. Star Trek Online. Okay, I guess. October 29th, 2022.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Oxnix.
Just my game.
Oxnix, one of the ones that taught me into playing. To streaming. So I did. Let's hurry up and capture this thing, people. I'll stand here with you. Defeat Voth. What the hell was that guy up in the air for?
OXNYX053 says, and I said I would be here.
That's right. You are a man of your word. Why in the world is that doing launchy stuff? It's not supposed to happen if people are here. I do have a fan base. I didn't think I did have a fan base. I think of it as a friend base, not fans. I mean, I'm not worthy of having fans. Barely worthy to live. Damn it. I want to find myself in the Bible. That whole Bible code thing's got me thinking. Just a perfect day. Drink sangria in the park. And then later, when it gets dark, we go home. Oh, where's my little ship at? Oh, did it change? Did it disappear? It disappeared on me. One little ship rank 2. There it is. I forgot. It disappeared because I ranked up on it. Alright. Alright. Alright, damn it. Oh man, I am doing some damage. You Rexy Poo, how are you? Room baba lava damba doomba. Okay, let's stand right here. Go to traits and put one little ship back because I like it there. Space reputation. Does that mean I had something from what is that from? The little ship. That's from what the hell? I can't remember. Gamma. That's right. Okay, so that's that color. Gamma is that color there. So maybe I had a gamma there too. Maybe I had something. All weapon damage. Strength and shield, no. Something to do with damage probably, that's why it's empty. active space reputation. It's platform taunt. Tractor and shield damage. Okay, no. Quantum singularity manipulation as it drastically increases all space. Might as well just have that there. Fill all the holes or whatever. For now. What did I have here then? Increases flight speed. No. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I remember I left that empty because I was going to look back at a previous video to see what Lilu had there to begin with, to see if it changed. That's right. We're the tunnel snakes. That's right. And we rule. Rule. Tunnel snakes rule. Okay. Boop. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, good. Man, it was like, must have rained or something last night around where I'm at. Today was real foggy. This evening was foggy. I had to keep wiping off my windshield with my wipers going home. And living out on a lake doesn't help either. Where are you running from? Get back here, boy! As soon as you cross one of those bridges, it's like it just insta fogs up your windshield from the change in the weather or the humidity factor and all that kind of crap or whatever. Whatever. Nice. I don't want to steal their credits, but I got them anyway. All right. I'm so sorry, people. I did not mean to get your credits. I got 22 of them. Give them back, he says. Give them back. Give them back. Okay, no.
I need TV for my bunghole.
He needs a bunghole for his teepee. Darth Dragonborn 107. Hello, how are you doing this evening? Yes. Evening. The evening, night, and morning. I don't know, there should be like one word for all.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, messing with my phased Paul stuff.
Polarity? Polaron? Phased Polaron? Reputation. Did I already click on that? What the hell? Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Lilu, one day we're gonna get you all the way up there, baby. Baby, don't you worry, baby. Ooh, Lucari only needs
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, also I got 30 keys today and finally pulled a T6 ship.
Wow. So you bought 30 and you went through them and got a T6 ship with 30? That is not bad. Did you buy them off the exchange
Darth
or did you pay for them
Dragonborn
with
107 says, got the synth ship for the phaser lance.
Nice. Gosh, I wonder if there's a little Tokari went there. Got done with Lilu pretty early. Maybe I could do something with her to get something else, I suppose. Yeah. Nah, we'll save it for a red alert or something.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, also I bought the keys from the exchange.
Then that is not bad at all. That ain't bad at all. Yeah, I don't really buy them off of the Zen store with real money or anything like that. Or money that I've acquired from selling dilithium. If I have, which I do, I have a pretty good nest egg, I guess, for energy credits. In case of hard times or something like that, I can always buy stuff off the exchange, but I really need to get back into like making some more. I keep just putting it off. But yeah, I got like what is it, like a 430 million? No. Billion. No, whatever it is. Not here on this character, but it's let's see, thousands. Yeah, it would be million. Yeah, 430 million in my other character. And that's still like that. Well, it's still like right there. See, accommodations. We can't do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those. And how much do we get off of that? 1,000-ish. That ain't bad. Maybe we got a little bit less or more. I can't remember. Ooh, a fresh place to spend it. Gotta watch out for them fleet marks or fleet credits. Sometimes it says credits, you're like, yeah, and then you waste all of them. Expertise. Ooh, I could take Lilu over there to the fleet thing, right? Because I've unlocked. I only need like 1, 2, so that should be enough. 100,000 is usually enough to buy something off of the research thing. The research lab. Let's do it. Boom, boom, ass, baby. I was working with an associate tonight, and she was trying to find a lot of like Halloween-y type sounds, or Halloween, depending on how you want to say it, types music and stuff to play, and we could not rack our brain for shit on a lot of stuff. We got maybe like 10, 12 songs or whatever that we thought up in our head and whatever, and it's just, I told her, I said, there's just not that many, not like Christmas, you know. That's when I said, play the Halloween theme song. Play Beetlejuice, something. Bum 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 bum. Man, I did a shitty job tonight at work. After not being there for 4 days, you kind of like go back and you're like, you know. It wasn't what I was expecting things to be like there anyway. Space, let's see. We're definitely gonna get that. Yeah. Nice. Congratulations, Lilu. Congratulations, baby. How you doing? That's right. It's my baby. Ground reputation. Melee and run speed. Okay. Increase your weapon damage with melee weapons and martial arts. In addition, you can run faster. Is that only running faster when you do that? Or, Increase your damage with melee weapons and martial arts. In addition, you run faster. Well, it said run. I guess it means you can run. Anything that makes me run faster, I'm good. I'm gonna fight. Lilu gonna go fight. Okay, she just needs to unlock one more. Can build up that rep pretty good. Since that's that way, then contact traffic control, transwarp to fleet starbase. Yeah, we'll do that. Gotta love this transwarp and shit. Can you imagine just going a long way around? I always thought it'd be kind of cool if they were to actually increase the space between places, make it actual 1-to-1 ratio. That way, whenever you're going to go to, say, your star base and you're in the Alpha Quadrant and you've only gone to warp whatever, it would actually take you like 20-something hours or something. So you're like, okay, set a course, and then you just walk off from the game or and eventually get there. But I can understand why they have the slipstream and transwarping in the game and made the maps smaller. But it would just be kind of interesting, like an open universe type map, where it would take you a while to get there. where you could actually get on your ship and have these encounters and stuff that randomly, you know, bring it in. He called the witch doctor. He told him what to do. He said, "Ooh ee, ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee, ting tang, walla walla bing bang." I was even looking on my little flip phone today, since I took the little SD card out of my other dumb phone that I was using, and I put it into this one. It still keeps all the music that I had on the other one, even though I've never listened to it really. And I got it out. I flipped it open like Kirk, flipped that joker right open. And the associate was like, "Oh, it's so funny watching you open up a phone." Thinking, yeah. Nobody of us seen me use a phone before. Oh boy, is he gonna do a trick? Who knows? Science, engineering, military, development. Ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Set up for it. Come on, we could score a goal. There we go. Ah, damn it, hit another one. There we go. That's a good toss. It's a good toss. Okay. The tribbles will attack. Return to sector space. Hopefully this puts me back at Dyson above where I was at right yonder. Right over there. Over there.
Orion 1 star says, hello.
Hello. How are you? What's happening? Okay, so we did that. We got a personal. See if we can get some recruitment out here. Diplomatic. And trade. Seems to be the ones we need to go for. So
Orion 1 star says, not feeling well, but I did get Augie's okay to upload his videos and keep them up privately, just working on the ground builds though.
Oh, that's awesome. Did he let you do that?
says, I did NAHT fill those fleet projects. I tell you I did not. SFX of Kin falling into a gravity well. Oh hi Scorp.
Can falling in a gravity well. I did not. So how are you downloading his videos if he says it's okay? How does he allow you to download the videos off of like YouTube or whatever? I'm just curious because I know of a way, but to do that. I wonder if it'd be possible to like actually share a link to download a real video though. How are you doing, Arcanoloth? What's happening? Let's see, department heads. Maybe operations would have something like that. Development, no. Tactical, no. What was I looking at again? Diplomatic.
Orion 1 star says, I am using Real Player, it's glitchy but so far it's worked, only the ground videos being uploaded though everything will be private to honor his wishes of keeping his work away from people that want to hurt him. I can't believe console players would actually give the man death threats.
Are you what in the fuck? Why would they give him death threats? That doesn't make any sense, these people. That is insane. All he ever does is want to like help people with the game. At least that's what I know. I don't really know him that well, but still, I mean, I wouldn't think that he'd purposely like be mean to console players for them to be mean back to him about something. That's so crazy.
Arcanoloth says, Real Player? What year is IT?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I bought Real Player 1 way back in the day.
OXNYX053 says, 1948?
1948, there you go. Heard it from the horse's mouth. God, I cannot. Let's see. Trade. Okay, there's trade. Trade will be good. Well, look at this. Like, it requires energy credits. I don't want to have to spend energy credits. And diplomatic. operations is usually diplomatic. But it's colonial.
Orion 1 star says, real player is not that old, and given the fact that he told me in a tweet it looked public to me, but I don't know if tweets that are aimed to me are private from other people or are public on Twitter. I'm not that good on the website. Arcanoloth says, soundtrack for this stream is here. https://www.youtube.com/watch v equals s3pjrb1mu7m.
Yeah, I'll play that and get copyright claim for sure. Y'all want a copyright claim? Yeah! Make it happen. Bring it on. Make it so. And there's nothing wrong with using Real Player. I mean, I had it. Like I said, I had Real Player, then I bought Real Player 1. I even got like a... They sent me a disc way back then. I think it was late 90s? Early 2000s? They sent me a box, and it had a disc in there. It actually had like a pamphlet and a user's manual and everything, you know. And I thought, wow, this is interesting. But then they changed up the versions or something, and I wasn't able to get the newest version.
Arcanoloth says, Scorp, that is fascinating to me for real. How do these people upload all this stuff and you get struck within 5 secs?
I know, right? It doesn't make sense. It's pretty quick too. Have you ever uploaded a video to YouTube to actually check it? It checks it like as soon as it's processed. It checks it. Like in on here, like whenever I update or not update, when I upload I'll not really upload it. It'll export from Twitch to YouTube. It goes over there and like it's processing at like maybe 100% within 20 minutes. It's done processing that whole thing. And then it does the check thing, and that's when it checks to see if you have any kind of copyrighted stuff in there. And it's so damn fast. Then you can go in there and you can tell it to mute the audio for this, trim out the clip or whatever to get rid of the copyright thing or dispute the copyright. Which I guess I need to do that to one from several months ago. I mean, it still says copyright claim for that you see what happens Larry thing, but
Arcanoloth says, at Orion 1 star C, that's what's called a joke, son. Back in 1998 we used Real Player to play real media files, because that was a standard back then. I have not thought about it since then, and honestly, I'm surprised it still exists.
Right.
What does it do that I cannot do with VLC?
Yeah, you can still play
Darth
like
Dragonborn 107 says, I got copyright struck from a few of my Battlefront 2 videos. Nothing happened and I got away with no scratch.
Did you get struck? I mean, not struck. Or did you get claimed? Or did you get copyright strikes? Because strikes are different than claims. I think Video Player can actually do Real Player stuff. The RM files and what is it? RT?
Arcanoloth says, at Darth
SM?
Dragonborn 107 current system is busted. For real.
Yeah, I want to say they're called like RTMP files or whatever, which you look inside of those files for Real Player, and it's the RM file.
Orion 1 star says, is VLC more up to date?
VLC stays up to date like every month. It'll even have like around Christmas time a little tiny Christmas hat on the icon for the program. Yeah, it can play Real Player links.
Darth
and stuff.
Dragonborn 107 says, strikes, but because I wasn't affiliated with YT. YouTube basically said whoever did the claim can't do jack.
Oh, wow, okay.
Arcanoloth
yeah, I'm not an
says,
affiliate there either.
At Orion 1 star not sure what this means. If a media file exists, VLC plays it. Plays streams as well. What else do you need?
Yeah, I didn't know that Real Player could actually play YouTube stuff. That's interesting. Which has been for a while. Even like QuickTime, you remember QuickTime Player? I bought that shit years ago too, because I was using it for my Farscape videos.
OXNYX053 says, at Orion 1 star you can find the STO DPS leak and I tend to use them as basic templates, but it doesn't do a lot of teaching you. Arcanoloth says, you can watch Twitch with VLC and chat programs that connect to Twitch IRC.
Yeah, dude, you can do a lot of stuff with VLC. You can record.
Orion 1 star says, We'll see. I did have VLC at one point, but given the fact that 2 years ago my last computer died and you know what, the pandemic and everything, a lot of stuff has been crazy, I completely forgot about VLC. It's probably on the other hard drive, but I forgot VLC existed.
Yeah, it happens.
OXNYX053 says, https://sites.google.com/view/stop-better/home on the other hand has a lot of tutorial-like descriptions.
Stow better. Humpback cheddar. Yeah, I get
Darth
copyright claimed all the
Dragonborn
time.
107 says, like porn.
Yeah, you can even watch porn on there on VLC. I know you can watch YouTube stuff on there and all that stuff too. You can practically do a lot of stuff with it. You can even like record if you have a capture card or something like that, or a capturing device. You can use it to record actual television, you know, HD TV and all that. And
Arcanoloth says, VLC is super useful on Windows systems because it uses its own files for everything.
yes.
So if the Windows DirectX filter config is completely borked up, all DirectX based players will be messed up, but VLC will work fine.
That's right. It's got its own codecs and stuff installed into it.
OXNYX053 says, and once you get something of a handle on the game mechanics, Stow just gets easier.
Yeah, sure it gets easier for for not me, but for people who can understand it out there. That's for sure. Yeah, I use VLC a lot. You can even go frame by frame at watching stuff if you wanted to.
Arcanoloth says, there are other reasons to use DirectX based players such as Media Player Classic, so you can install filters, or
I
use
love that.
MPV for barebones playback with no frills, but VLC is reliable.
Hell yeah. I support VLC all the way. I've never had to uninstall it to reinstall it. I'll tell you that. I've only ever updated it. Real Player, I used to, like, way back when, I'd have to uninstall it to fix it to then reinstall it. But I actually owned a copy. I owned a copy of QuickTime Player, so I have like an actual code. Like if QuickTime is still being used out there, I still have like my original
Arcanoloth
code for
says, at Oxnix053 I like to say Stow build mechanics are a wasted high wall that trips people because they don't know it's there. Stow isn't hard, it's just complex, and that gets people. Everyone is in a hurry, nobody has time to read.
That's right. I don't have time to read ever. I can't even find my damn name in the Bible. Fucker. I've been looking at the Bible code thing, and I want to find me in there, and I want to see if I'm there. Which everyone's supposed to be in the Bible, in the Bible code. And it's supposed to tell you when you were born and when you'll die. And I want to see it. I want to find it. I want to know when I die. That way I can burn down the city or something.
OXNYX053 says, in a perfect world the gearbox running STO would not be so cryptic.
That's right. They name themselves perfectly, you know. As a company, that's like the perfect name. What do you actually mean? Cryptic. Yes, but what do you mean? Why do you have to be so cryptic? Now, Orion Star, the version of Real Player you have, is
Orion
it like
1 star says, they're the real life Cognito Inc. from the show Inside Jobs.
Yeah. It is the version that you have of Real Player, is it like a licensed version, like where you pay for the extra privileges of the program, or do you have like the standalone player or whatever? Because I know there's different versions. Just like the QuickTime.
OXNYX053 says, DPS chasers do call it cryptic math for a reason.
Cryptic math. I like how some of the numbers just seem to fluctuate whenever you're sitting there idle in space. You'll be on one of the social maps just sitting there.
Orion 1 star says, I guess it's a well buddy, it was a free version, I didn't pay for it, I just went on the Real Player website and downloaded it.
Okay, so you have the free version then, the player version. Versus the one where you can encode and stuff like that. Because I know I have access to the paid version and the paid version of QuickTime, which was really bad for like I think Real Player, or what? No, it was QuickTime 7 or whatever. Whenever I got it, and then it like went away. For some reason they said uninstall the QuickTime Player because of
Arcanoloth
problems
says,
or something.
I'm having hardcore flashbacks to early 2000s/late 90s here, when you'd use WinRAR to extract a mod for Unreal Tournament and it's nag if you wanna buy and I'm like ain't nobody got time FO dat.
That's right. Mine still nags me.
OXNYX053 says, that is most likely someone else's AOE aura effect.
That mine still. I have.
OXNYX053 says, my WinSox buffer is full.
I still have WinRAR,
Arcanoloth says,
and it still nags me every time. But it's still free. Like it's the full version. It just nags you. So I'm just gotten used to pressing the cancel button. Oh, Unreal Tournament 1999 or 2000 Game of the Year version, one of the three. I still have that installed. It is on this computer. Because I used to mod and create characters and maps and stuff for that too. And play modded maps and things. I made the whole downstairs room of one of my friends. The basement that he
Orion
lived in.
1 star says, in that game I would love to see you make some Star Trek Online themed characters.
In Unreal Tournament 1999, or it's Unreal Tournament 99. Then it was also the Game of the Year edition /2000. And I can't remember which one I have. But
Orion
it's
1
much,
star
it's pretty much
says,
the same one.
yes.
It wouldn't be that hard. I mean, it uses. I don't know. The map editor might not work very well in Windows 10. But I've never really opened it except maybe once or twice. But all you do is subtract geometry.
Arcanoloth says, I used 7-zip for a while, but then I
7-zip.
found out it's maintained by one guy and he was in the hospital for a while, and we found this out cause there was a security issue and nobody was responding to messages. PZIP has an actual team behind it and feature parity with 7-zip, so take your pick.
Dude, I have 7-zip installed on here. Should I take it off? I mean, I don't use it. It just sits there, but... And also, like, what is it? Doesn't Linux use that too? Like a version of it? Got all sorts of shit.
Arcanoloth says, use whichever.
I like running raw.
OXNYX053 says, in STO I know of two guys that make character named things like Tavan or Elisa and make like they left your ship and are now their own ship captain.
Yeah, I've always thought about doing that with Kagan.
Arcanoloth says, I love those people that make captains named after plot officers.
Well, yeah, I mean, the officers can't be like a commander forever. You know, they gotta like move up in the rank. That's a pretty ingenious idea.
Arcanoloth says, that is committing to the bit.
That's right. Toven. So what happens when you get Toven when you're Toven?
Orion 1 star says,
who do you
what do you mean plot officer?
One that's actually in the stories of the game. You know, like a part of the game itself. Like, say, whenever you're a temporal TOS officer, like original series, you've got Tarzi and Temet. Now, if you chose to create yourself as Temet, as a TOS officer, you know, that's somebody that's in the game and the part of the story of the game and a main character of the game that you can actually rename a few of them though and change them.
Arcanoloth says, Tavan Kev is non-dismissible once you claim him as a Romulan. He is designated as important to the plot.
Yeah.
OXNYX053 says, a reman named Slamek, whom enters any map saying it's too bright in zone.
Samek. Dude, I remember that guy. Don't you like either fight him sometimes or something until he joins you?
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, you know, if you push Tavan out the airlock, the story starts to get interesting. Orion 1 star says, in the Romulan tutorial there is a Reman that sounds dead on like Michael Ironside. I'm not kidding you.
Michael Ironside. He's got a very distinctive voice, that's for sure. Michael Ironside. He's in some video game too. I remember playing that video game. Like it was one of those RPG things or something where you build a bunch of stuff and you fight against something on the ground or whatever it was. Roll to play or what the hell you call those things? You talk about them on here sometimes. Some people.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, that's because the Remen is dead inside.
Remen is dead inside. He's so dead he's Ironside. There can be only one Highlander.
I am Cornholio. I need teepee for my bunghole.
He needs a bunghole for his teepee. He needs a bunghole for teepee. Stat. Quick, somebody give this man a bunghole.
Arcanoloth says, the Rayman hypothesis.
Yeah,
Orion
definitely.
1 star says, RPG there was a line where he says, Commander, there's a special place in hell for you next to smokers and people that talk in the theater, but it was back in the 90s when they had that live action cutscenes for games, but I don't remember the name of the game.
Yeah, there was some sort of like it was a LAN game, where was it Command and Conquer or something like that? Where they'd have like little cutscenes of Michael Ironside or something in there, and you built real-time strategy. That's what it was, an RTS as it's called game. I remembered Arcanoloth. Haha, I remembered.
Arcanoloth says, the Wild Femboys, the Wild Femboys, the Remen and the Terran, the Remen and the Terran.
I'm Captain Jack!
Repeat, the imposter is not to be injured. I'm Captain Kirk.
OXNYX053 says, what was that game where you could send them your picture and like $15 and they would send you what you needed to file swap so your picture was your character in game?
That's pretty cool.
Arcanoloth says, perfection. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, then a wild loincloth wearing Gorn appeared.
That's one thing I don't have is a video clip of that. That slow motion fight. I should speed it up and put it on here. That would be funny. That'll make me laugh. Ripping and the tearing, roll hide. Get her up, get her down, roll hide. Loincloth speaking, baby. Loincloth, baby, loincloth. Halo Wars is a real-time strategy game too, I think. I played that before. I don't want to download and replay that shit.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, it's app for fire, it's app for fire, it's app for fire.
The roof is on fire. We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. I was thinking about editing the text-to-speech
Do not
script.
make my bunghole angry. I demand TV. Give me all your TV. All your TV now.
Yeah, it's Halloween time, so yes,
Orion 1
TP.
star says, I was going to ask you something but I got interrupted between the music interruptions and somebody was talking to me. I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, don't worry, it happens to me all the time. I'm sure there was something I was going to say and I forgot too. It happens. It's not like anything I say is going to be
Darth
groundbreaking
Dragonborn
anyway.
107 says, you were going to ask me about your TP.
TP now. What's the right time for TP? I mean, we had a lot of people buying toilet paper today. Duh.
OXNYX053 says, Scorpoing Captain Kirk Scorpo Toilet Prize.
Toilet prize. I need to make more of those and stuff, don't I? Maybe some good kind, though. No. It was something about the script. Text-to-speech script. Yeah, I was thinking about modifying it to, like, you know, whenever someone says something, it says so-and-so says blah. Then if the same person says something, it says so-and-so says blah.
Torreston says, Scorpwana, thank you for your service.
Torsten? Thank you for your for hello. Unlocked
Orion
first
1
time.
star says, you know I'll be hilarious as if you had a cutout of Beavis as Cornholio with a cutout with the bubble of his famous line by the toilet paper aisle at Walmart or Kmart for the next time there's a rush, cause you know there's going to be another rush when the pandemic hits up again, cause everybody's not washing their hands and not giving a care.
That's right,
Darth
people don't give a shit.
Dragonborn 107 says, Vexilultist Pumpkin Vexilude.
Vexius, mister?
Arcanoloth
What's the
says,
Vex?
at Torreston. OXNYX053 says, welcome at Torreston.
Yes. I haven't had the chance here. Hello there.
Torreston says,
Torreston.
Ty.
How are you? Welcome to here. Are you a Star Trek onliner? Or a Star Trek offliner? No, but you know, whenever it says like so-and-so says this, so-and-so says that, I was thinking of...
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, OMG, I actually had people buying out toilet plungers all because I went to a Walmart for a new plunger. Orion 1 star says, what is Augmented Dictator's two main characters? I know we has Lucifer, but what's the one he uses on the Klingon side?
I couldn't tell you.
Torreston says, I have a lifetime sub but haven't logged in for years. I like to watch it.
Cool.
Darth Dragonborn 107
sub.
says, that was his KDF.
Are you, for your lifetime sub, was it, PC or console? You go back now.
Torreston says, PC.
Ooh, you paid monies for that. Wowzers. I have not paid for any kind of lifetime subscription to this game. I just can't do it. It's just a bit much. Even whenever it's like half off, it's still a bit much. I don't know, I just can't.
OXNYX053 says, be advised. Gearbox mentioned something about purging accounts with one more years of inactivity after they've been in charge for a year. Orion 1 star says, yeah, his KDF character, that's what I'm asking. What's the name, sweetie? Let me get a drink and then put it over there, hold on.
Huh?
Torreston says, I paid for the sub before it was free, I felt ripped off TBH. Arcanoloth says, that's hilarious, because Scorp is the poster boy for a lifer and he doesn't want one. Goes to show the value there.
That's right, damn it.
Torreston says, thank you Oinks for that information.
Oh, so you paid for sub before the game was free.
Orion 1
Wow.
star says, I'm sorry about my last comment, I was talking to somebody RL and it got mixed up in the chat.
Alright. No problem.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, Bad Leonard.
You must have some sort of dictation thing or speech to text set up for your microphone or something. Like if you talk in...
OXNYX053 says, and I bought Lifetime after it went free to play. So did my wife. So did my eldest kid.
Yeah, if you got Lifetime before free to play, you've been Stowe community for a long time. Not the sweetie. Gonna sit right here on the edge of this pier.
Orion 1 Star says, I've been aware of Star Trek Online since 2013, but honestly one of the things that threw me off was the price. I didn't get the money until 2019.
Ouchie. Well, that's why it's
Torreston says,
some free to
what
it.
is the situation with this Gearbox takeover? Are they Cryptic or Perfect World or another company?
Gearbox is a different company that was responsible for like games way back in the day that I remember. Even Halo, you know, custom or combat edition and all that. They bought out Perfect World, and Cryptic is a subsidiary or whatever of them of
Arcanoloth
Perfect
says,
World.
at Torreston Perfector World sold all their overseas holdings and went back to China. Gearbox was buying. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, Gearbox basically is a parasite, they do nothing but suck money. Torreston says, wow.
So yeah, they've taken over the game pretty much. And Cryptic.
Arcanoloth says, if I have to choose, I'd take an American investor over a Chinese one.
But you don't have to take his word for it. A mere reading rainbow. Butterfly in the sky. So people are going to be purged.
But
that's
you
a
don't
lot
have
of
to
accounts.
take my word for it.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, welcome to Drazona. You buy our shit now.
Welcome to Drazona. You are cleared for docking.
Arcanoloth says, Gary's fleet needs you, to grind fleet marks.
That's right, damn it. You know, I would think that, like, with the people that Gary has invited lately, that they'd be throwing marks at shit. I mean, I'm trying, but I'm not trying too hard because, you know, I want people to have an experience themselves. But
Torreston says, a year of inactivity seems too short. People might have life situations and not log in. Seems harsh. Darth
Yeah.
Dragonborn 107 says, I'm trying but my fun-sized Gorn can only handle so much. Orion 1 Star says, I may have been mistaken, I might have been aware of it since 2010, but given that back in those times for Star Trek it was by a paywall, there was no way to explore actually, yet it was 2010. I even got an invitation to beta test, but that didn't work out because my Dell computer wasn't working out, so not really lying, just didn't remember it at first. OXNYX053 says, Cryptic absorbed Atari IPC. PW acquired Cryptic. Gearbox acquired PW. GB has had some missed Zen Store concepts, but nothing that makes me facepalm too hard. Arcanoloth says, at Darth Dragonborn 107 best answer right here. Just Call Makor says, get me a bookmark.
you need a bookmark? What kind of bookmark? No, I wasn't saying like you know, people need to get some marks or nothing, but I'm just giving, instead of like getting them all myself and putting them into the fleet, I want to give people the opportunity to get fleet credits themselves. So I put in what I can, and I'm not out there grinding them like I was, because I want people to have a chance at earning as well, so that they can use that in the fleet for buying themselves stuff. Why do you need a bookmark? I've got two of them. I have a Jean-Luc Picard bookmark from Generations and a Dr. Soren one. I used to play with them in
Orion
school.
1 Star says, if you buy stuff is a character bound for the fleet.
Yes.
Arcanoloth says, as a CS major, I find it really hard to believe that a bunch of inactive accounts just sitting there in a database is the final straw that's killing Cryptic. Sounds like something that dumb people who don't understand computers made up to rabble-rouse on forums.
It's taking up space.
Arcanoloth says, not saying that's wrong, just sounds wrong to me. Just Call Makor says, because people be typing novels up in here.
Up in here, up in here.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, Pern. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, the end. Orion 1 Star says, I'm not typing a novel, I am speaking one, there's a difference.
Yeah, I do like that achievement I have on here for like if you speak 50,000 words, it pops
You
up.
imbecile!
It pops up that you have an achievement for
Darth
writing a novel.
Dragonborn 107 says, still sounds the same to me. Arcanoloth says, at just call Makoor guilty as charged. Get me a voice channel in Discord. Takes a page to explain why something isn't true but only a sentence to say it.
Blink, blink, blink. But yeah, Arcanoloth tripped the other achievement again, the novel achievement, because he passed like
Orion
another
1 star
50,000.
says, if you know of better voice to text interfaces please let me know.
Better voice to text interfaces. I'm not aware of any. Is that what you're actually using? Instead of typing, you're
Arcanoloth
talking
says,
into something?
nice.
It's doing a pretty good job, I gotta say. I mean, I've used dictation software before that...
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, I'd like to hear chat as a British Alexa.
I need to find some voices. I mean, I can make text-to-speech. I can re-script it.
Arcanoloth says, I'd like to hear chat as the sexy announcer from UT 2004. Orion 1 star says, yes it's on my Android phone came with the phone.
Godlike.
Oh, okay. So you're using your phone and you're talking to it and it's typing out what you're saying. I got you.
Is it 3 hours yet?
Arcanoloth says, as you dinged the kill streak announcements she gets progressively closer to finishing.
There you go.
Torreston says, I'd like to hear chat as Samuel L. Jackson.
That'd be awesome.
Pale Chimera says, Morgan Freeman text to voice.
Text to voice. Hello there, Pale Chimera. I mean, I could, and I have done it.
OXNYX053
Pee Wee
says,
Herman.
Pee Wee Herman. Orion 1
Pee-wee
star
Herman.
says, I would love that.
Pee Wee Herman, that's funny.
Arcanoloth says, at Torreston say what again motherfucker I double dare ye.
I mean, I can make it say, like, use different voices. That's for sure. Even individual per person, because I can script that to happen. This is the voice to the text to speech I'm using is someone else's that they created.
Darth
That's out there.
Dragonborn 107 says, not chat's gotta be Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
Torreston says, LOL.
But-
Just call Makoor says, anyway. Gearbox or anyone else is not going to disable accounts that have not been inactive for a year. That would be a haven for lawsuits if that ever happened. Especially if money has been spent on the game. Yes, DOE may stop existing one day but they are totally not pruning accounts. And they lived happily ever after. The end. Orion 1 star says, could you give me Wesley Crusher's voice? I could be the evil emperor.
I want
Pale
a good,
Chimera
clean
says,
fight.
oh hell no.
I don't know that Will Wheaton's voice or similar voices out there. That's the thing. I'd have to install the voices on my computer. and-
OXNYX053 says, at just
You're
call
entering a world
Makoor
of
I
pain,
agree.
Walter.
But they can say what
You
they
mark
want.
that frame and eight, you're entering a world
Darth
of pain.
Dragonborn 107 says, yeah.
A world of pain.
A world of pain. I don't know. There's been a lot of inactive ones, I can guess, pretty much, you know. Maybe, like, deleted ones. Could you imagine, like, the amount of, like, fleets out there that probably have, like, nobody in there and they don't get pruned like some like to do, and bam, one day, you know, you go back to the game and all your shit's gone. What the fire truck? What the fire truck? They've got high hopes.
OXNYX053 says, I should not put that one long Billy one in there. Arcanoloth says, at just call Makoor anyone sues cryptic they are immediately permabanned regardless of the outcome, that's forever. Doing business with someone that is currently litigating you opens you to more liability, and any legal department worth their weight in salt is going to kill that idea. Agree with the rest, there is no benefit to them doing this.
What about those
Orion
people
One
that actually
Star
pay for
says,
the game?
yes, I've got a few characters and some Ghost Bleach right now. I don't know if anybody's ever going to bother coming back. No communication. I've got a character DS9 Nog version. He's in a fleet. No activity. Torreston says, will the current dev team lose their jobs?
I don't know if they're doing still a good job with it. I don't see why they would get rid of them. Unless the dev to people, like, you know, they don't like what's happened or something.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, I know a guy on PSN named Snark that's buying and selling fleets.
Ooh. But I can, you know, like, if people do the pay thing, like actually pay for the game, that, you know, get the
Orion
benefits.
1 Star says,
I don't see them doing away with
there's only
those.
3 of them working on the stuff. They need a team of 10, and people that are bitching need to take a programming career job and go get hired at Cryptic.
Oh,
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, he's making serious bank. OXNYX053 says, not to the best of our knowledge. Just normal team migrations. Arcanoloth says, sure Scorp, you can pay for the game, but you litigate or even threaten litigation in communication with Cryptic, they will cease responding and permaban you on the advice of their legal department, because doing anything else opens them up to more liability.
Ooh. So I know somebody that would like get on Cryptic's ass if one little tiny problem happens. So. Me, I wouldn't give a shit. I mean, that's why I don't. Damn it! I didn't want to click that. I have a bad problem with clicking buttons in front of me. Battle zone. Doo-doo. I just think, you know, if you pay like the $300 or whatever dollars, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, they delete your account or something, shit like that. I mean,
Arcanoloth says, so the moral is don't threaten stuff you don't intend to actually follow through with.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. If I push it any
Everyone
harder,
knows you
the
are a
whole thing will
jackass if
blow.
you talk a big game about that shit but don't follow through. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, let's not forget Paramount or CBS can shut the game down at any time. Arcanoloth says, people that actually have lawyers on retainer don't threaten to sue, they just do it. Only broke people threaten that shit. OXNYX053 says, and legal harassment with loss of paid to use premium access, and in some F2PER like score case, mental anguish from lost time in game. Pale Chimera says, so what's this convo all about? Arcanoloth says, at Darth Dragonborn 107.
Carrot. We were just talking about, like, Cryptic, Gearbox buying out, you know, Perfect World, and Ox said something about them purging accounts or something like that after a year or whatever, and people who haven't played in a while or something like that. So that's how the conversation got started. I don't know if we're still in it or not.
OXNYX053 says, Gearbox floated the concept of purging accounts with a year or more of inactivity.
Should I be worried?
Arcanoloth says, wanna see an actual asshole eat a smaller fish? Go look up Andrew Tate on archives of Twitter posts, cause he got permabanned for threatening people.
Man, I used the F word that twice time during a TFO and got in trouble for using foul language
Arcanoloth
in the
says,
game.
at Oxnix053 I believe you, but I want a source.
I mean, my argument to the forums, whenever I just went there to ask,
OXNYX053 says, I'll park this conversation bus on myself, but yet, this is my fault. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, then why the hell is Kerrigan still allowed on Stow PSN? Darth Dragonborn 107 says, Mofo has atten of crap against him.
Maybe he's a tier player. Yeah, my whole argument for like
Darth Dragonborn
using
107
swearing.
says, including being an admitted pedo.
Oh wow.
Arcanoloth says, at Oxnix053 plenty of blame to go round. I'm just waiting on that source. Streamlabs says, hate what you see? Please consider unfollowing and not renewing a subscription. Pale Chimera says, who's Kerrigan? Arcanoloth says, at Darth Dragonborn 107 WTF.
Does the dude like stream or something?
Streamlabs says, at Scorpwana, are you about to be done?
No, Streamlabs, I'm not. I'm sorry. Oh, it's been an hour, huh? Nice. Okay. Thank you, Streamlabs. Thank you very much, there, bud. Damn it, didn't get a dang one of them. Okay. Let's see, where can we get... Banghole?
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, yeah, I've dealt with him multiple times. He's a cancer that needs to be perma-banned.
Perma-ban. Now we go back through here. Come on, guys. There we go. Wrong way. This way.
Pale Chimera says, I have dealt with a very well-known Stowe community cancer myself in the past. OXNYX053 says, Article 4.9 https://www.archimes.com/n/about/terms. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, he's ripped people off multiple times, lied, admitted he's a pedo on multiple occasions, gone full on racist, etc. etc. etc.
Wow. I mean, hell, I was given a warning for using the F word in the game chat. Just imagine. And my whole thing was, well, why is there like a profanity filter that can be turned on or
Darth
off?
Dragonborn 107 says, big one was he begs for stuff 24/7.
He begs for stuff when he's playing the game? Like, does he like beg to people constantly and tries to get his way or something like that? And if he doesn't, he starts just going ape shit or something?
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, yes.
Wow. Well, what if people like
Pale Chimera says,
reporting
you
stuff?
know what's funny about that? I see way worse things in the ESD zone chat and nothing ever happens to stop it.
Right.
Arcanoloth says, reading 4.9, that sounds like a CYA clause. Ideally they do not want to turn away someone that's a returning player because they want to convert them to spending cash, but sometimes you do data migrations and old data gets munged, so that's a CYA. You cannot sue us if your character gets wrecked. OXNYX053 says, yes it does.
Maybe they should let us save our character, and I don't know if that would work. Or have backup servers, like real.
Orion
backup
1
servers.
star says, to clarify, when I was asking about the Klingon-sided character that Ogi had, I was talking about the character's name in case anybody in the chat was confused.
I wasn't confused. I knew
Arcanoloth
that
says,
you meant his character
Pale
name.
Chimera, this is another hobby horse of mine. Why is ESD the default zone? I know why, but seriously, the default zone of any online game is American politics general thread because nobody wants to pay to moderate that shit. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, in a year's time all of his videos will be useless.
Yeah.
OXNYX053 says, but in Torreston's case, it may have been so long that is matters.
I'd say if you have the ability to do so, log into the game at least one character, and then back out.
Arcanoloth says, at Pale Chimera I will never understand in a million years what makes someone think that Star Trek Online MMO is the place of all places to advertise their political campaign. Nobody cares. Where do I click to unsubscribe?
Yeah, they always have some sort of discussion happening there about shit.
Orion 1 Star says, they do that in Star Wars The Old Republic for political stuff too and sexual stuff. It's really disgusting in the voice chat. Arcanoloth says, at Pale Chimera the Trek community is not sympathetic to their BS and they can fuck all the way off. OXNYX053 says, it is the furthest outside their social media echo chamber that they roam. Pale Chimera says, at Arcanoloth I have seen far worse shit than politics in ESD zone chat. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, Ogie actually uninstalled the game completely.
Holy shit.
So STU1701, Mxto, and a few others are left on the Sto YouTubers. Arcanoloth says,
wow.
At Pale Chimera report them, that's the only way they'll get the message. OXNYX053 says, heck, I got a Lukuri Haneo scout ship for 3 mil X today. Almost 1/2 price from the exchange. OXNYX053 says, on ESD. Orion 1 Star says, I think Augmented Dictator's builds will be useless in 1 year's time, but I don't think his ground builds will be that useless, at least not when it comes to cosmetics and themes.
Is there any kind of like videos out there to see the progress at what happened with his videos and why people were getting all over
Arcanoloth
it?
says, at Darth Dragonborn 107 Cryptic has no media plan, so content creators have to buy everything themselves. It's unsustainable. They won't learn until all the content creators quit, then they will complain that nobody wants to stream for free. OXNYX053 says, useless,
Well,
no
I'm
off
here.
meta, sure. Orion 1 Star says, as far as I can tell no, I mean he's not doing videos about the situation he's suffering through, if that's what you're talking about.
That's just really odd.
Arcanoloth says, companies that are well run have an online media strategy. Cryptic has relied upon CBS to do this stuff for them in the past. Time will tell if they will adapt. Pale Chimera says, at Arcanoloth reporting does nothing. Whoever said bad things will be back a day or two later.
Steve! Let's see, Fireman Mark. Lunge.
Orion 1 Star says, I was wondering, is there any way of anybody helping me get a black cat?
Black cat? In the game? I don't even know how you get a black cat.
OXNYX053 says, as in non-combat pet? Orion 1 Star says, 3YES. Arcanoloth says, at Pale Chimera if they are just making alts to spam up ESD then that's a win, because they won't achieve anything in-game on a fresh account. If they invest in an ACCT they will get banned. That's the message to send. Orion 1 Star says, yes. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, go to Lowe's and buy $20 spray paint. You're welcome.
Yeah! Black cat.
OXNYX053 says, checking if I have the X.
You just buy it off the exchange? Is that what you do? I've never thought about
Arcanoloth says,
pets.
at Orion 1 Star the Lobby store pet? Buy keys, open boxes for Lobby. Orion 1 Star says, in-game Star Trek pet black cat. To clarify, and no, I would not do this to a real-life animal, that's animal cruelty.
They put out a magazine at work.
OXNYX053 says, The lobby is a random box. The exchange is for specific.
Boom. At work, they put out a magazine from Women's World that has a picture of a cat in it.
Arcanoloth says, "Oh, the box is transferable."
Thank you.
Arcanoloth
3
says,
hours yet?
"Yeah, buy the box for EC then." OXNYX053 says, "At Darth Dragonborn 107 no, use vegetable-based dye on a cat." Arcanoloth says, "At Darth Dragonborn 107 pro tip, don't actually do this." OXNYX053 says, "Till you open a pet box, it can be transferred." Darth Dragonborn 107 says, "Vexy smug." Darth Dragonborn 107 says, "I am a Derwit."
DeWitt. Personal shields losing power. Personal shields losing power. Losing power, mister. His personal shields losing power. I can't imagine.
Pale Chimera says, "I'm waiting for things to sell on the black market so I can get Let Me Go 1. OXNYX053 says, "I just asked the 11-year-old. She can carry most of us on ground." Orion 1 star says, "For a fake Kirk impression the second time you said shields is in power that was pretty good."
Shields.
You will not disrespect my bunghole!
Shields up, red alert. Fire. Destroy these Voth Klingons. Shields. Huh. Boom! God, what takes my guy so
says,
long?
"You will not disrespect my bunghole."
You will not disrespect my bunghole, mister. This is mine. It's not yours. It's mine. Then again,
Orion 1 star says,
could my-
"If I had a torpedo I would fill it with animal waste and fire right at the Klingons, mostly cat waste."
There you go.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, "I'll teabag your bunghole."
Old teabagger bunghole. Mister. Teabagging. It's not just your normal bag.
OXNYX053 says, "Ah. 98 million ECs. A bit too pricey or me?"
Yar, it'd be
Pale
a bit too
Chimera says,
pricey.
"Getting the Boimler effect crapped up the rest of my Eng abilities."
Boimler.
Orion 1 star says, "Since this is interactive I want to ask a question. If you could start from square one and play any 2 characters from the beginning, doesn't matter what they are, what would you want to play?" Arcanoloth says, "At Pale Chimera so good though."
Interactive. Start from square one. Play any 2 characters from the beginning. Doesn't matter.
Well, if you're looking for some good news, I can see again.
Yeah, we're ready to try the docking now.
Looks like you guys got in a wreck.
Yeah, what happened?
Doesn't matter what would you want to play? Like any 2 characters of Trek, or just ones you create? Like if all the characters of all the Star Trek shows were actually playable in the game?
Orion 1 star says, "Anything in Star Trek Online, even if it has a paywall. What would you want to play? Like you're a new player in any year of the game, what would you want to play?"
Well, if you started scratch, I'd have to go again with TOS, because I like the TOS aesthetic of the game. Of course, I do plan on making a TNG character at one time. I just haven't wanted to yet. And of course, it would be a Picard type persona. Ahead, wolf factor 1.
Pale Chimera says, at Pale Chimera I need 2 crit chance and 1 crit save doffs to replace my 3 AUX2 BAT doffs.
Telling yourself that? That's a brave person right there. Hey me, I need to tell me to get something. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just somewhat disappointed. Like, if I wanted to make a TNG officer, I have to still buy the TNG bridge because it doesn't come with the legendary ships like I thought it would. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
OXNYX053 says, as far as the game goes, there is a partial issue. Some of the current play this picks were not around when the game started. But a Jem'Hadar Engineer Federation aligned and a Reman Tactile Klingon aligned.
Reman.
Arcanoloth says, Scorp I have all the 90s bridge packs if you wanna look round.
The 90s bridge packs. The TNG.
Orion 1 Star says, I've been reconsidering my characters and I think I want to start playing a Kardashian and a joint trail. When I first started playing this game I played a trail but it was not a joint drill, so eventually I deleted it. So in a weird way you could kind of considering me starting over from scratch myself, even though I must have like 45 characters or something. I'm going to do this when the Delta event comes around. I like to link all my characters to an event by having them all. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, Darth Dragonborn 107 said, every whole island a goal. Arcanoloth says, at Darth Dragonborn 107.
Every hole is a goal. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. If you don't have a Jem'Hadar recruit.
Orion 1 Star says, by having them all connected to an event I can switch around freely and play as I want. This is why when it comes to an event like a temporal or anything I've got all classes and all character species opened up. OXNYX053 says, don't forget the trademarked puffy Kardashian lips.
Sausage lips.
Arcanoloth says, at Darth Dragonborn 107, remember that time the Extreme Ghostbusters watched Kylie Griffin get dragged to hell and violated by demons for a good, 20 to 30 minutes before they rescued her? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, don't forget to dress slutty. Orion 1 Star says, I can't help the way the voice interface spell stuff, you know I mean with a letter C Kardashians, not the letter K.
I know what you're talking about when you said Kardashian. I know what you're talking about.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, at Arcanoloth bro, you've been to R34 haven't you? OXNYX053 says, it's just funny. But we knew what you meant.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to, like, when the events come around, I need to get, like,
Orion
3
1
of
Star
each
says,
type, you know?
just to be a jerk I could name the Kardashian character Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian? Kardashian Kim. That'd be funny.
Arcanoloth says, at Darth Dragonborn 107, Shatner voice, I've been online too long. I've seen things. Terrible things that no man has seen. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, that's just insulting on so many ranks. OXNYX053 says, also there is a decent selection of cats at under 10 million. Orion 1 Star says, have you seen the koala yet?
Life does not stop and start at your convenience, you miserable
no
piece of shit.
man has seen. No man at all has seen. The terror The enormous danger potential. I just whenever I look back at that, risk is our business
Darth
thing.
Dragonborn 107 says, imagine if Shatner was nutting every time he talked on TOS. Orion 1 star says, can a Kardashian have Jim Hader
Hey, I'm working with you all day. I got a job. You don't need all day. Hey, I'm working with you all day. How you doing? Hey, big guy. Shitting me? You don't just $19.99. You don't need all these. Hey, how you doing? Hi, Billy Mays here. Hi, Billy Mays. $19.99. Here's how to
Are you on your feet all day? All day? I am.
For just $19.99.
Kaboom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's possible to have Jim Hadar Bridge officers.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, at Arcano Loth Vexy Bonk 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 Vexy Bonk.
Because I've got a Jim Hadar Bridge officer on my main character that I never use on the bridge, though, but he's there.
Arcano Loth says, hi Billy Mays the stain specialist, coming on your face all day.
The stain specialist. The stain specialist. Yay, Billy Mays here.
OXNYX053 says, do you want to spend funds? Although I'd wait to see if there was a decent Thanksgiving sale.
Ooh, a Black Friday.
Orion 1 star says, I think some of the people in this chat are from the show Little Demon. They might be some of Christina's siblings.
Little Demon? I have never seen that. It's Danny DeVito, right? One of his shows. Fire. Destroy these here. Nope, I'm gonna click it every damn time. There we go. I did it. I clicked
Darth
on that right there.
Dragonborn 107 says, so anyways I started blasting.
Started a blasting. Ah, dude, I did it too early. Now everybody's gonna die.
Temba, his arms
Orion 1
wide.
star says,
Temba.
yes he plays Satan. When Christina meets him for the first time he comes out looking like what's that guy with no hair, not The Rock, the other guy he was in the Fast and the Furious series, I forget the name.
Fast and Furious. Oh, Vin Diesel.
Arcano Loth says, Timba his legs wide.
Timba, his legs spread wide.
Elmo, want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Would you like to drop acid with Elmo?
I'm your Huckleberry. That's just my game. We could do this. I know we can.
For once, you're showing a slight trace of brains.
Why, certainly. Yuri! Out of all the damage it did to it.
alone!
Out of all the damage that I got on the Rex there, I only did 1,000. That's just
Orion
perfect.
1 star says,
Perfect.
when somebody was really upset with the way the cells were going on for the market and they felt ripped off, they did a reverse temper his arms wide quote that was homemade, crafted to express I'm not giving you my money. Cryptic.
Cryptic, you're not giving me my money back. Give me my money back. Every time I give you money back. Oh, my good money back. Oh, money back. Look at this.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, so basically he paid for horrible SEC. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, sex.
Horrible sex. In the captain's quarters. The captain's quarters. Where no man has gone before.
OXNYX053 says, La Tour.
La Tour. Where are the captain's quarters? They're down the hall and to the left. Bow chicka bow wow. Hey chicka bop bop. Jim Hadar Kirak wins. I need to watch last week's Lower Decks. Or this past
Darth
week's.
Dragonborn 107 says, hold it, if Kirk never came in his quarters. Then how TF did he knock up some blonde bimbo and make a male version of a poor man's Chad?
He never
Orion
was
1
in his
star
quarters.
says, I think it was Star Trek 5 when Kirk, or maybe was 6 when Kirk was doing a diary entry, and the one Christina Alley, the one who played the mom in Look Who's Talking, she was standing there, he didn't notice, and he got his log recorded by her, the door was open, he didn't even notice, and yes, I may get the name wrong.
Yeah, there was a scene in one of the Star Trek
Darth
movies.
Dragonborn 107 says, all of the horny.
There was a scene in one of
Orion
the Star
1
Trek
star says,
movies.
why does this feel like I hate him in this sound clip?
What? Yeah, there's a scene in one of the Star Trek movies where Kirk is doing a captain's log or whatever, on his diary journal entry type supplemental thing.
Orion
And
1 star
Savak,
says,
I think,
hazing in the sound clip, I was laughing so I didn't come out there. Samu Wraith says, at Orion 1 star who?
Yeah, it was the female Vulcan was standing outside his quarters.
Darth
or whatever, and it was-
Dragonborn 107 says, why. Orion 1 star says, it didn't come out clear, this is what happens when I get laughing.
This is what happens. You see what happens? You see what happens when you start laughing? Do you see what happens? This is what happens, Larry.
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, hey kids, you wanna see me break TDS?
Yeah.
Samu Wraith says, you see what happens, Larry?
See what happens, Larry? Do you see what happens, Larry?
Oh, fucking A, man. I got a rash, man. Fucking A.
Orion 1 star says, is your screen okay? I just saw a full screen flash. I've seen this on my computer. I hope yours is doing okay. If it's a visual effect, it's really scary because it makes you think your computer is going to die.
I don't know. There's so many damn flashes and shit happening in this game, I never really pay attention. Unless it's a monitor type thing, which should be like what, horizontal lines and stuff. If it's a fizzle, pixelations and things of that nature. Cracked screen, video card going out, kind of thing. Ooh, too long, too many characters.
Pale Chimera says, fuck you bot. Darth Dragonborn 107 says, I can do better on PC than on mobile. Samu Wraith says, sometimes I question my sanity score.
Oh, I do that all the time to myself. That's why I talk out loud to people who aren't there, because I know at some point in time people might be able to watch me in the future, watch me in the past because of the things, and they'll wonder what is this idiot doing. So I like to commentate every once in a while, and I'm sure people look at me like, who the hell are you talking to? I say I'm talking to the audience. And they're like, what audience? I said, the people from the future. Duh. And they look at me weird and walk off. But, hey, there's some science in that. Everything we do...
Samu Wraith says, I started to really watch Quantum Leap, by the way.
The new one or the old one? Bot Annihilator. OG Quantum Leap or New Quantum Leap?
Samu Wraith says, new.
Ooh. And what do you think about it? Have you, if you've seen the original series, are you comparing it to
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, I'm hearing bad things about the new one.
I mean, if you are wanting original Quantum Leap out of the new Quantum Leap, it's best to separate the two when watching it. If it's like a standalone thing to itself, sure, there's like some nostalgia type things that they try to do in there to bring you around and use character drop names like Sam Beckett and Al, you know, and all that. But in itself, the idea of Quantum Leap
Samu Wraith says,
is still the same
it's
one.
not bad so far, it's different, I've been watching it for what it is.
Yeah. I mean, Don Belisario is still in charge of it. So he's making it pretty much the same as it was before, even though there are different aspects to it, like it's showing more of like a present timeline type thing with the current characters versus just the two.
So many things to watch these days. How do people decide?
I haven't even watched everything. I've got like a backlog of things that I could be watching, but I don't know what I would watch them on now, you know? I mean, like I used to like to watch The Good Doctor. First few seasons I watched it, then I forgot all about the show.
Samu Wraith says,
and
at Arcanoloth process buff elimination man what I do.
It's all like up at season 6 or some shit now. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Bow down before the almighty bunghole. Kuabastanda laboratoria. Mas vale para no.
Orion 1 star says,
am Cornholio.
the only limitation I find in
for
this
my
new
Put your
season
hands
is
behind
Ziggy
your
does
back. Are you
not talk
threatening
and we
me?
never see whoever goes in
Throw
the
the
waiting
book
room,
at him,
and this
sir.
makes me wonder what happened to the other complex they
Take
had
him
in
to jail.
the old show. I
He's a
think that
weirdo
one was
and
in
no one
Nevada,
likes
but
him
they're
anyway.
not
You must
using that
release the
station. They
almighty
should have. Why
bunghole.
do they move it
You
to
will not
Florida?
enter the mighty bunghole. I will resist. I will resist. Stay on me. You must release me now. No bite. You will not restrain the almighty bunghole.
Yeah, Orion Star. Just call me Core and I like to talk about Quantum Leap stuff too.
I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
Orion 1 star says, you like to talk about what?
We like to talk about Quantum Leap. Like, whenever an episode comes on, we'll talk about it all the time, you know, like about certain things of it. And that's one of our things we brought up in a conversation about the waiting room, because we never see anyone leap, and it was always established.
What?
It was always established in the original series that, you know, when Sam leaps into somebody, somebody leaps into Sam.
Samu Wraith says, I didn't get super far in the episodes.
So, yeah, we were like, well, what about the waiting room, you know, and stuff, and nobody knows. Yes, and Ziggy not talking, they could always have her talk because the lady that voiced her is still alive. Oh, I need to call for support again. That's what the hell I was doing. I was going over here. What the fuck? I mean, those things, you know, Ziggy's not the same computer as it was way back then. It's more of like a super quantum computer type thing or whatever in the Quantum Leap universe. And
Samu Wraith says, what I've already got the question of Scorp is why did he leap without telling anyone? I've not seen the answer yet.
Oh, if
Orion
you've
1 star says,
ever watched the original,
they need a waiting room,
same.
they need Ziggy talking, and they need to explain why they are not using the old complex. They need to have an episode where they go to the old complex. Maybe Al's daughter breaks in inside the old complex. I know she has his hand link, and yes, I've seen up to episode 5.
Ah. Yeah, she's got Al's original hand link. That's true. Samurai, how much of original Quantum Leap have you ever watched? Because Sam did the exact same thing. Just one day he decided to just leap. And he wasn't supposed to, and then, you know, he gets stuck leaping. It's pretty much the same
Samurai
premise.
says, most of it the original.
Yeah. So it's kind of the same as like Sam. We don't know why, and Sam, I don't think ever said why, because I don't know if he ever retained all of his
Pale
memories.
Chimera says, I'm taking my pills again.
But Ben Song has a reason why he did it, and that reason is, you know, if you haven't watched up to a certain point, I'm not going to say. Even though it's a speculative reason, it's not an official. This is why he's leaping, but it's a reason for the leap. He's doing something because it's programmed type thing or whatever. Because it's a different program that they leap with.
Samuraith says, like he even changed the code for the program.
Yeah, he specifically altered the original leaping program to do something, so that he has an actual plan of what he's doing. Versus Sam,
Orion One
which
Star
is, he
says,
just jumped in there.
okay, if you are keeping quiet about it, I'm not going to say anything about it, but I do want to ask the hand link, is this literally the original prop? Cause it was flashing and doing things that I didn't do in the original series.
No, it's probably not going to be the same prop that you ever used. I mean, that's a specific one, but it's supposed to be like in the Quantum Leap universe, not in the real, you know, TV show.
Samuraith says,
it's not the
yet
same
I
one.
appreciate no spoilers.
Yeah, it's Al's hand link, but it's not the same prop they used from back in the day. It's designed the same way. Somebody out there actually has made one that makes all the sounds and shit. I've got the sounds.
OXNYX053 says, bad milk.
Bad milk, no spoilers. There was actually, if you remember, like in the original Quantum Leap, there was another hand link before
Orion
that one.
One Star says, can you give me the sound files?
Oh, you can I just downloaded them off of YouTube. There's like a YouTube video of it's called Ziggy Handlink Sounds Effects or whatever, and it's just Hanna-Barbera sounds from like cartoons and shit. It's all they use for Ziggy. I haven't made it like an official sound clip on here, but I can play it. Gotta find it though. Let's see.
Arcanoloth says, what if now open your brain real wide here, don't reject this idea out of hand. What if Sam jumps into someone taking a dump? Does he finish the dump? Does he cut it off midway? Difficult demand to know. Samuraith says, I actually remember the episode where Sam met the devil. That was creepy.
Yep.
Orion One Star says, the thing that I remember about that episode is that when Sam touched the devil he had energy around him like he was a leaper, and I wonder if he was responsible for the evil Quantum Leap project. Samuraith says, at Arcanoloth, go deeper. What if he leapt into someone having sex? Does he finish? Does he get up?
Well,
where does he go from there?
Depending on how much of the original series you've watched, if you want me to spoil it for you, I will.
Arcanoloth says, at Samuraith, where do we go from here? Indeed.
Oh boy. In the original run of the series, we find out how Sam was leaping. But we don't know why, like what made him decide to leap.
Orion One Star says, I've seen every episode of original Quantum Leap. I may not remember everything, but the Devil Parks is what I'm wondering about, cause I never got an answer to what happened to Ilya and the Evil Leap team.
She just disappeared. I mean, it's just they were either still out there or whatever. But it was God was making Sam leap, or time, or whatever you want to call it. He was the reason that Sam was leaping the way Sam was leaping. But Sam could always return home whenever he wanted to, but deep down, he never really wanted to. He wanted to continue saving people.
Yeah, the Evil Leap team, I was always curious.
Because he, when Sam, at the very end of the show, gained the ability to leap whenever he wanted to and wherever he wanted to, he continued leaping. You know, so he never went home. The Evil Leaper, there was like, what, 2 or 3 episodes of that?
Says, okay, AFK period. As now I tuck the eldest in and make a lunch.
Lunch.
You imbecile!
Alrighty, Oxnix. But when Sam leaped the first time, God/time or whatever was there in the hangar bay. He was the guy in charge of all the pilots or whatever. And he was also in the very last episode. That's how Sam remembered him or recognized him. And he says, "You're responsible for leaping me around," or whatever. And he says, "No, he is." And he points to the mirror behind himself, and Sam looks in the mirror and sees himself in the mirror. And it was like the first time Sam had ever seen himself. So Sam was responsible for himself leaping, but the God character was responsible for him, like, you know, where to go to leap to help people. And at the end, Sam made, you know, he's like, this is it. So he kept leaping, and Al never found Sam. So, and that kind of plays into the new Quantum Leap in a way, to where Al had died or whatever, still not able to find Sam. But yeah, the Evil Leap thing, there was like, what, 2 or 3 episodes of that? Because I think the first one, yeah, the first one was Sam and the Evil Leaper lady touched hands or whatever, and they saw each other.
I never saw that Al died, just he helped Al go home, I thought.
Yeah, well, Al in the new series, at the very first episode of the new series,
theorizing he could increase the circumference of his own asshole, Dr. Sam Beckett began stretching his rectum to epic proportions. He awoke on a Japanese image board, facing images that were definitely his own, and driven by an urge to improve image board culture. His only companion on this journey is Al, a forum janitor who takes the form of a shadow banned user only Sam can see and hear.
I like it. That sounds awesome.
Samuraith says, Arcanoloth, oh my.
Oh my.
Arcanoloth says, and so the good doctor keeps shitposting, surfing from board to board, and hoping the next refresh will be the one that renders a 404.
I love it. I love it. That's pretty awesome.
Pale Chimera says, you're a Jedi, Harry.
You're a Jedi, Harry. You're a Harry Balls. Mr. Sack, is that you, Mr. Sack? But, you know, the Evil Leaper, Sam and she touch hands, and then they transfer back and forth.
Arcanoloth is going all in.
And then that's whenever Sam realizes she's...
says, well, there was an undertone thing about the original series about Al being very sexually active of a lot of women. For all we know, he could have been bisexual.
Well, that was fixed at the very last episode about Al, all of his women and stuff. But the Evil Leaper, Sam wanted her to get away. So then whenever Sam leaped, she leaped with him, and they leaped into like these boxes or whatever. Went through that whole episode, and then the very last part of the episode is whenever you saw her kind of stretch and delete and go away or whatever. And then later on, Sam leaps into this car driver guy or whatever, or the street racer, and she's there again, and he tries to save her again. And then we don't hear anything out of her after she leaps, because apparently they've killed her off or whatever. So it was like maybe 3 episodes I think she was in. Sam went back at the end of the last episode
Arcanoloth says,
and fixed
I
Al.
love that meme. Some guys are gay cause they can't find a girl who can stand them, but guys like Freddie Mercury, they fucked so many women they ran out of women and started fucking the men cause they like to fuck.
The bathtub.
Back to your station.
The
bots have returned.
Yeah, at the end of the original run of Quantum Leap, that's when Sam went back in time. He leaped as himself to go talk to Beth and told her that Al was alive. That's one thing that he didn't do whenever he had already leaped before, because they didn't want to change the timeline for that or whatever, and things had to be the way they are. But whenever he went back and done that, it changed the timeline to where Al was never always with a different woman all the time. And so Al came home, and he and Beth made a family, and then Al had daughters and stuff like that. So, but one thing that I don't get, the original timeline thing. It's like whenever it's established.
Sam Wraith says, 5 kids, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot of kids. Al had some fun, but was it? It's established in Quantum Leap that the timeline change is known, that it's changed. Like, they know that time has changed. It's like documented or something. And I can't figure out how they would know that. I mean, you mean like the episode of the original Quantum Leap where Sam leaps into Al, and Al's at a trial, like a military trial, and the odds go down of Al surviving, and then Al getting like they're gonna execute him or something. So then all of a sudden Al disappears,
says,
and a different guy.
They have time shields.
Different.
Says, time cops.
They have a different guy helping Sam, and Sam doesn't know who he is, and he says, "I've always been here," kind of thing. And so then they fix something in that episode, and Al comes back. But Al never knew that he was gone. He never knew that the timeline had changed. But apparently, it's somehow documented through Ziggy of how the original timeline was supposed to go. And they can look that up.
OXNYX053 says, time bandits.
And then I don't understand how they, would know. Like, in the original timeline, this was going to happen. But if it's a quantum, since it's called Quantum Leap,
Orion 1 Star says, the replacement hologram advisor was Roddy McDowell.
Yeah, wasn't he like Planet of the Apes guy, right? But I think the reason why some may remember, like in the Quantum Leap universe, it's quantum mechanics and quantum time and all that is fluctuating all the time, that Sam would remember the changes for both. And maybe he could have updated Al as to how the original timeline went, then Al could have gone back and wrote down, or documented how the original timeline was going to go. But Ziggy's, it's always fluctuating, because Ziggy, being the supercomputer that it is in the original Quantum Leap, it's always looking at different outcomes and calculations as to which can be what, and that's quantum computing. So in Leap, the quantum part is Ziggy. It's a quantum computer allowing for leaping quantumly, where a bit can be yes and no, 1 and 0 at the same time. It's like Schrodinger's cat can be both dead and alive. And that's Ziggy the computer, which is really fascinating of a computer to be like that. And apparently the computer used in the new Quantum Leap, being Ziggy, has to be an updated version, because you're thinking, okay, whenever original Quantum Leap came out, the present time was established in 1995, even though Quantum Leap was in the late 80s and early 90s. So Ziggy being a 1995 computer, or a supercomputer,
Orion
then
1 Star says, what would have been funny if they actually would have named Zeke Schrödinger in the alternate timeline in a different alternate timeline and it was a male persona instead of female. Also Robert McDowell called Ziggy Alpha.
Right. That's true. They had Gushy with the bad breath. And the weird eyes. Yeah, there's all sorts of different changes that can happen because of, you know, quantum leaping, if that were a thing.
Arcanoloth says, Ziggy Stardust.
Ziggy. And they always referred to Ziggy as he, but had a female voice. So weird. Ziggy. Remember that episode where the person that Sam leaped into, but whenever they were in Sam's body, they escaped the facility and went out in the town? And then Sam couldn't leap back until that guy got back to the waiting room because apparently you have to be in there for that to happen.
Arcanoloth says, someone asked Bowie about his sexuality in the 80s and he said, I always thought of myself as a closeted heterosexual.
You're making me think of that scene from
Bullshit.
Orion 1 star says that that was the murderer Styles.
Yeah. Being saying bullshit, that's fun. Yeah. Well, you're making me okay, the whole David Bowie thing's making me think of Twin Peaks again. Fire Walk With Me or whatever that was, the prequel movie.
Murdoch says, sups.
What's up, Murdochs?
Murdoch says, listening to this https://www.youtube.com/watch, v equals not CS3v0.
Frank Zappa. Zap Franca. The Zapper. But love me some Quantum Leap. That's why I've given this show a chance. You know, I always say watch the first season of a show to judge it. Don't watch the first episode. Don't just watch a random one.
DHOT Zombo DHOT com.
But watch the whole thing. www. Dot. And since they were given like what the typical 13 episode beginner's run to see how well the ratings were and everything, then give them like the rest of the episodes as a season. I think it's even been renewed for a second season. So I'm giving it a chance.
Orion 1 star says, I wonder if it's possible to actually do a role-play character creation of Quantum Leap and Star Trek Online to model somebody after Scott Bakula, and then how would I be able to get Al?
Well, this is my Archer, who's supposed to be Scott Bakula's, sort of, as best that I can get it. He's got the schnoz. Dun, 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 dun.
OXNYX053 says, when they redo a show, I never compare it to the original. I just look at it as a new show using a similar format.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, like, with the new Quantum Leap, since Don Belisario is behind it. He is executive producer. It is his show again, like original Quantum Leap. He's making it pretty much the same as the first one was. And the first one was perfect. Like, it had its flaws, sure, but it had a certain formula that, you know, still sort of exists in the new Quantum Leap, even though they are, like, going back and forth between present and leap time, or whatever. I call it leap time. But we're getting more of a story. We're getting, like, what goes on behind, like, the scenes, which we never really saw much of in Quantum Leap. You know, we'd always seen just Sam's perspective most of the time, sometimes Al's, you know, whenever he'd come out and have to do things or whatever. But I'm okay with it. I mean, I don't have any Anything against it. And it's Ernie Hudson of all people in the show too. So there you go. And after watching a certain episode of the new one, it gets a little bit more exciting about something. All I'd say is, like, if you're going to watch some episodes of the original Quantum Leap to watch the new Quantum Leap, I recommend watching the home episodes of when Sam leaps into his younger self. And he's there with his dad, his mom, sisters, brother, and all that. And then he leaps again.
Orion 1 star says, well, Ernie Hudson is playing magic, so that's a direct connection, so this is the continuation. I just hope they don't screw it up, but I think Al is immune to time changes to where he remembers things that have changed and he can witness it, cause you saw in the original series when he was on that court review for funding that old man judge was going to kill the program, and then a female judge took his place right in the seat and he noticed it.
Ah. I didn't even notice that myself.
Murdoch says, had some buddies come over and hang, was a good hang, listened to a ton of music, Bernie Worrell, War, Mayor Hawthorne, Los Lonely Boys, Jay Dilla, Funkadelic, Rick James, George Duke, Boz Scaggs, The Brothers Johnson, James Braun, Johnny Guitar Watson, Tom Brown, Parliament, Roger Anton, George Benson, Lakeside, Slave, Brick, Sly Dollar, The Family Stone, Billy Preston.
Wow. Rick James, bitch. I'd have to go back and watch that episode. So did you have fun, Murdochs? Just sit around and eat crumpets and drink tea.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Murdoch says, of course.
Of course, yes. You went into the smoking room, yeah. You had a smoking jacket and a pipe, yes. Watched old Holmes. I need to go back and rewatch that scene then. I do miss an intro though. You know, like original Quantum Leap had an intro. And new one really doesn't. It has a vague speaking of something. And yes, since he's playing magic, I guess it's not too much of a thing. I mean, if you remember the original series characters and everyone that Sam leaped into, I mean, that's a type of, it's a spoiler of a certain character. That's why I say go back and watch the home episode in part 1 and 2. But yeah, anybody can put that together. I didn't put it together first. I knew the name of it, but Just Call Me Core was telling me, you know, hey, it's magic. Duh. And I'm like, oh yeah, dude, it's him. Yeah, I forgot all about that. So it's not really a spoiler. It could be a memory thing, like if you didn't remember. You know, but Ernie Hudson plays a character called Magic, and in Quantum Leap's original run, Sam leaped into a man named Magic, and that's who he leaped into. So
Just Call McCower says, as you can tell, the Things stuff went over to the street corner cheese box in the fridge at the time around 12 o'clock north to the Bridge United at the bank last week when the bus drove past the market when the kids stepped over the puddle tomorrow after the rain fell from the ocean last week, right?
exactly. That's how I look at it as well. Kinetic damage space. Shark frigates heals damage space. We can do all that in one place. Where is it at? Gamma Quadrant. Transwarp to Gamma Quadrant. I completely understand. Just call me Coy.
Orion 1 Star says, I still don't understand the Satan connection in that episode where Sam leaps into a neighbor that was neighbors with young Stephen King, so I guess Satan was monitoring Sam's laps the entire time and he was trying to kill off Sam.
Well, I wouldn't doubt, like, since there was a god in Quantum Leap and there was a Satan/devil, that he was trying to undermine what Sam was doing but could only play by certain rules, you know. Like the god character could not interfere with what the devil's leaper was doing, so they can only do what they could do. The devil's leaper could only manipulate through quantum leaping, and Sam did what he could do to help. So it was a yin and yang. There had to be a balance. So yeah, he probably was able to watch what Sam was doing, but just couldn't do anything about it. Unless he tried to send a leaper. But you wonder, like, where did the evil leaper come from? Like, is it a future? I mean, it's based on technology, same as Sam, right? Sam, I think what it was, Sam entered the quantum leap field, and that's whenever the entity in the show known as God grabbed him up and had him doing stuff.
3 hours yet?
Because my stream's literally like 3 hours, so that makes me laugh, actually. Would we, like, materialize inside of a rock? Oh, that's just great. The hell? We're in a friggin'... Oh, hopefully I can get out of it.
Orion 1 Star says, quantum geology.
Nope, I am stuck in here. The hell? Damn it.
Arcanoloth says, nice. Orion 1 Star says, this is a problem that the Sliders faced in the original show Sliders, but nobody ever fatally died from it. Arcanoloth says, sir, we phased the Enterprise.
We phased the Enterprise. Aha! I can help. I'm helping. The hell? Bring him closer. Shiny. Shit. I don't even know what orientation I'm in. Okay, let's see. Go down a little bit. Alright, move forward. Shit. Aha! I found an enemy somewhere. Hey, they ran away. Shit. Aha! Yeah!
Orion 1 Star says, in the same episode at the end of it there was a reset, so I don't think Al remembers that Sam met Satan.
Nah, I don't think he did either. Wonder, is it the one? There's one where Al gets seen by the devil, you know, and it's Al as the devil type thing. Yay! We destroyed another one. Because the Satan figure, as Al's persona, looks directly at Al's, the hologram, and talks directly at him.
Arcanoloth says, I fail to see what your orientation has to do with this, unless your captain phased himself into his own ass.
There's gotta be a way out of here. Scotty! Give me a report here, mister.
Things could be worse.
Yeah, they could be better.
To heavily damage the flagship, which should make the
Yep. Let's see if we can warp out of this boulder. And we can! Yeah.
Orion 1 star says, only Alex Kurtzman would do that.
What would Brian Boitano do if he were here right now? I'm sure he'd kick an ass or two. That's what Brian Boitano do. When Brian Boitano was in the Olympic skating for the gold, he did 2 South cows and a triple, that's why wearing a blindfold. When Brian Boitano was in the Alps fighting grizzly bears, he used his magical fire breath and save the maidens fair. So they're gonna replace Henry Cavill on The Witcher. Or they are replacing him for season 4 of The Witcher. With Chris Hemsworth's brother, Liam or whatever. That's interesting. I wonder why. Like, is it because Cavill has other obligations and he only wanted to do 3 seasons/series of it or something, or what? Because dude wanted to do The Witcher bad because he loved the game.
Arcanoloth says, theorizing he could fuck his own ass, Dr. Sam Beckett picked up the portal gun, and stepped into a world that was not his own. Accompanied by Al, a glory hole enthusiast, Sam embarks on a journey of sexual exploration, jumping from hole to hole, hoping the next portal will be his last.
Wow.
Just Call McCower says, it is because Cavill is not happy with the production of the show and DC is willing to pay him shit tons of money to come back and do more Superman.
Really?
Arcanoloth says, yes Corp, that's a great point. WTF happened with the Uditcher?
Portal gun, that's funny.
Arcanoloth
give yourself
says,
your own back rub.
at Just Call McCower this may very well be true.
You can give yourself your own back rub if you have the portal gun.
The Herc are swarming the debris and
The Herc are swarming the debris, Capitanos. El Capitano, hi!
Orion 1 star says, I could sit in another room, use the portal gun and then open up the fridge from the other side of the house. That would be so freaking convenient.
If you get a Romulan ship, never getting stuck in a rock again. I'll try to remember that.
Just Call McCower says, well, I say it is because of production. Cavill has been open in interviews about not being happy with the production because the showrunners refused to follow any of the source material, and the source material is the reason why he wanted to be in The Witcher.
Yeah, because he's a huge
Orion
gamer.
1 star says, well, this is what happened when the Romulans invented phase technology. Everything got broken, not to mention remember the Potemkin, the secret mission Riker was a part of, that got messed up too.
Catalina, Macalina, Unisana, Wanagana, Hokandokan, Pogan was a name.
Arcanoloth says, I love how everyone has their own ideas for the portal gun. Some people are like, I'd open a portal from London to Hong Kong and get rich. Others are like, I'd open the fridge and get a beer. Then there are the dudes that say, I'd explore my own asshole.
Prostate exam. Prostate exams needed here. Prostate exam. Prostate exam.
Just Call McCower says, The only thing we know for sure is that DC is paying him a shit ton of money to come back as Superman.
Hey, wasn't he
Like
supposed to
he has 2 appearances as Superman, one of them including another full-feature Superman film.
Wow. He's supposed to be in like Black Adam as a cameo, I think.
Orion 1 star says, okay, medically speaking, if you were really medically constipated you had to go to the hospital, you could open up the portal gun inside your own body and somewhere else and get that S out of you.
That's right. Get it beamed out with transporter technology. Beam down there, mister. Get the shrink ray and get the transporter ready. We're going in. Did you enjoy it, Captain? Believe me, Mr. Spock, was painful in more ways than one.
Arcanoloth says, can we pull up that clip from Brea Kind Bad where Badger is telling Jesse that story about the original series Trek and the pie-eating contest? Orion 1 star says, I need to find a way to watch the Satan episode 1. Mean it was creepy, but I really want to see the encounter. They've got clips on Facebook but they don't show you the complete thing. You know, Satan appears as a black goat trying to knock down a ladder. I think he chose that animal because he likes horns. Pale Chimera says, I was willing to overlook the garbage writing because he was such an amazing Gerald. I honestly feel bad for him. He absolutely loved the books and games and fought for that role. I can't imagine pouring all that work into a role only to have the producers and writers piss all over the source material you love so much. Murdoch says, yeah, I got some steroids yesterday. That shit works to keep the inflammation down. Shit works.
Bob McKinley? Bob? What are the odds of finding Bob over here? Look at that. There's Bob McKinley.
Orion 1 star says, okay, I've got a question. How come when something is censored I can still hear the curse word but I only get a letter when I say something?
You can only get a letter? Ah.
Murdoch says, well, fart fucker.
Well, I know that whenever I've seen the text that you have in here, it usually has an asterisk after, like, saying, if you're going to say the word shit, it'll have S asterisk asterisk asterisk. So the bot doesn't say anything if there's an asterisk.
Arcanoloth says, fart fucker indeed.
So I don't know if it's probably like on your end with it censoring or whatever. But that's just what I've noticed. Replaces
Orion
the swearing.
1 star says, okay, how do I fix that? I'm seeing somebody sit here, somebody say fart F, but I've got a censor block on it visually, so how is that working? Pale Chimera says, they made the damn trees gay.
Things could be
The
worse.
freaking fall's gay. Fix that. Seen somebody sit here, somebody say fart fucker. Murdoch's. But I've got a censor block on it visually. Do you not want to see a visual?
Murdoch says, wow, freaking fart fuckers.
Well, the text-to-speech is reading it. So that's what that's doing. It reads whatever words, and I don't have it censor anything. Made the friggin' frogs gay. Spin perk points. Let's see.
Just
Shield
Call
hardened.
McCower says, fuck 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 fuck. Orion 1 star says, okay, well, how do I get rid of the ostrich so when I say S it will come out as S? Arcanoloth says, he wants to see video playback of a dude rubbing his farts into his nipples each time he says it.
That'd have to be on your end. I don't know. I mean, it's on your phone.
Arcanoloth says, god dang farts, the goddamn Batman.
Darn, dang, darn. It would all have to be about like your settings for your speech to text dictation thing that's in your phone. Maybe it's censoring the when you say it, it texts it out censored. I don't have a smartphone, so I don't know.
Orion 1 star says, okay thanks, I just need to know which side it's working on. If everything is clear on your end, I can fix this on mine.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, I just saw like when you said, okay, well, how do I get rid of the asterisk? So when I say
Pale Chimera
S,
says,
and asterisk,
holy
asterisk,
crackers,
asterisk.
Batman.
So I see S asterisk asterisk asterisk. It will come out as S asterisk asterisk asterisk. She hit. Fire truck. That's what I usually like, you know. Fire truck. Usually the swear word. Alright, we did not get
Arcanoloth says, see, what everyone needs to do is roll a KDF character, join Gary's fleet, and queue up for marks.
Yeah, it needs a whole lot of marks, that's for sure. I'm not gonna stress about it though. Gary the Klingon.
Pale Chimera says, this is my password.
Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
Orion 1 star says, I have plenty of KDF characters that are open, but they're low level. The problem is Mike, I've got computer problems to work. I'm only on for maybe 10 minutes a day, not every day.
Should I use my character or Gary to do the event? We'll do a cat's tail run as me. Because that's how I do things, mister. I run it as me. Not you, but me.
OXNYX053 says, well, pick you highest level 1. Arcanoloth says, hey, I typed your symptoms into the computer and it says you have network connectivity problems. Orion 1 star says, I turned the character based on myself into an Orion. Pale Chimera says, dear good hunter.
Oh, Orion. My Sirona. My Sirona. Starbase. The stairs. The stairs are all gone. They're gone.
Orion 1 star says, nobody, it's not connectivity problems. The computer needs to be physically cleaned out so it overheats. Now in the winter time things are getting better to where it's running better, but summertime last year it almost died. I saw a pink screen of doom.
Dun dun dun. Paint screen. Maybe a video
Pale
card.
Chimera says, pink doom.
Maybe a video card overheating. CPU overheating causes slowdown. You'd have to know what when the last time that may have had some new thermal paste or grease put on it. Mister. Captain Kirk says, "Get over here, mister." Chains of Greythor.
Orion 1 star says, August 23rd, 2020 is when it was bought, and no, it was never opened up and cleaned out, and it is a laptop HP.
Ew. Yeah, that'd be yeah. So if it's a laptop, that's a bigger deal there.
Arcanoloth says, the critical bit of info there is laptop. OXNYX053 says, we pulled the side off a tower and use a desk fan to blow heat out of it. S-case. I've an exhaust fan I could install, but I'm too lazy to deal with it.
I'm lazier than you are. you can get a laptop cooler system set underneath it, but that's not really going to help much. Unless it's been like in a very dusty area or anything like that, you know. But those laptops mostly, they use like thermal paste grease and stuff also for the heat sink. They do have. Taking it apart and like actually cleaning the inside of it may not help much.
OXNYX053 says, for a laptop, buy an erector set and use an old printer case. Arcanoloth says, notice the OEMs moved away from using the term laptop cause a dude sued them for burning his crotch and he successfully argued in court that you can't call it a laptop and expect people not to put it on their lap, so they stopped using that term. They are notebooks now.
Yeah, notebooks and netbooks. Damn, did we really need to do that, people? What the fuck? I want to destroy you! You Klingon skeleton. The damn Klingons. Get over here. That was mine.
Says, back in my day a notebook was paper.
Alright, we're gonna get another one then. Haha, I got... Dude, man, you're
Orion
stealing my
Star
people.
Says, I don't care, I'm still calling a laptop and the ventilation system is clogged. It's getting a little bit of air but not as much as it did in the beginning.
Ooh. Have you thought about like, well, they say never use a vacuum cleaner because of the static electricity it produces, but a way to vacuum it out could help.
Pale Chimera says, then clean it. Arcanoloth says, anyway, all notebooks are thermally limited by their coolers, because the cooler has to fit inside a case that gets smaller each year. We can pump enough juice into the silicon to oversaturate the cooler and overheat it, and it has to throttle back to not burn.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of good that beam's doing on him, buddy. You, get over here.
Orion 1 Star says, I don't have the tools to do it. If you gave me the money then I could.
It shouldn't take much to take a laptop apart. I mean, I've taken apart several of them before and just used basic screwdrivers
says,
and shit.
You can clean it, repast it, you may gain a few degrees, but it's an engineering problem. You want the computer to fit inside a modern notebook, that means hard thermal limit around 30 to 60 watts. Pale Chimera says, how about 350?
350. Can I hear 450? 550, 550, 550.
Arcanoloth says, you want to do more than about 30 to 60 watts of computation, you want a PC. OXNYX053 says, and while we're on the topic of voice accessibility, doesn't VoiceAttack have a voice system for STO?
I've used it on here. I've manually had to set everything up though. I mean, I can turn it back on again. It's very limited. I mean, all you do is just assign it to what you want it to do here or whatever. I can't drive the ship with it though, sort of.
For your little feathered friend.
What thee? Nice ass coach there, mister. I shall open the door. I'll go in here and talk to you.
At last, a gallant soul has arrived to release
the pressure that is binding. The Eye of Note. Siphon's venom. Eye of Note.
You have something. Now deposit it in the cauldron.
No.
OXNYX053 says, can VoiceAttack set off whole hotbar lines? Like everything in Vertical Row 2. Arcanoloth says, release the Kraken. Arcanoloth says, that's what I say when I use the toilet.
Deeply slime. I've had it do complete rows.
Now deposit it in the cauldron.
In the cauldron. Fire everything.
Arcanoloth says, fetch the TP and deposit it inside the cauldron.
You have something. Now deposit it in the cauldron.
How I made it do that though, I used the
Liberty at last. Thank you, noble warrior. Thank you.
Shut up, bitch. Okay. Since I have the stow key binding thing set for like
OXNYX053 says, it.
Venturing Firth. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Since I have the stow key binding set for number 2, fires off like, you know, second row or whatever. So on voice attack, all I have it do whenever I say like fire everything, it presses number 2 multiple times on the virtual keyboard by itself.
Arcanoloth says, you must gather your farts before exploring butts.
Strike the hags while they are vulnerable. La 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 la. But all you do is like you give it a command, say like press 4 or whatever, you know, and you tell it what thing to press on the keyboard. Virtually that's all it is. Like for making it go to say all stop whenever I say that, it throttles back the whole thing using just the keyboard. I mean, you can probably make it say bank right and it'll press like the left or right key like so many times or something. Bank right. Pitch and yaw. Everybody run now. I see you. The Davidian Lord. The Davidian Lord. Sabotage. Stop shooting, damn it. I want to see if I can do this. Ah, dude, you're gonna do it for me. God, alright, shit fucker. Alright, shit fucker, go ahead. Run, bitch! Run, bitch! Run, bitch! Run, bitch! Stop shooting and run, bitch! Damn it, stop it. I hate it sometimes. So auto-firing. There must be lights. Yeah, how do we do? We did a good job. Okay, bye. Captain to Enterprise. Captain to Toilet Prize. Mister. Okay. So that was that. We're done with this captain. We're gonna go to the Geary, that Klingon. And hopefully we'll get some healing done for him. boom, 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 boom. I mean, I've even got this set up. I don't know if whose name is associated. Let's see. I know that Riz can do it because I gave him permission here. But it's where the hell is that at? Remote controller. There it is. To control my ship or whatever whenever I'm playing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're both in there. So trusted users, okay. So that's always active. The commands for that is stow press and then anything in my bar at the bottom. Like let's see. It's not going to really do anything because I'm in freaking... Well, it's not going to do anything because I'm in this space, so never mind. Fuck. Okay. Join at random. But there's stow press and some other command. Damn it. I can't remember the name of the commands now. Let's see if I can look through my script and remember. Stow press and stow tray. Stow tray fires off an entire tray that I have associated with it. You can do that from the chat. Like if I'm in battle and I'm forgetting to say like use one of my like row 1 or whatever, all you have to do is just you'll type like stow tray 1, STO tray 1 after that, and it'll automatically like fire that off. Or you stow press and you like press, you say stow press C4 and it'll make the number C4 thing or whatever go off. It's something I don't play with
says, Scorp like to live dangerously.
That's right, damn it.
Arcanoloth says, Twitch plays stow.
Twitch plays stow. And I'll do that. I'll show a demo of it here in a second.
OXNYX053 says, stop res and.
But it's only certain characters that I've associated with the game to do something. Kind of like right here. See stow tray 1 and then press that and I'm not doing anything. Hands are off the keyboard. See, row 1 goes off by itself.
Arcanoloth says, Dill mine marks filled. Moving on to other holdings.
Stay focused, plan your attacks, and save as many ships as possible.
Save as many ships as possible.
Critical for my people.
There's a command structure that I've had for a while. I just never advertise it. Are you working on Gary's fleet, Arcanoloth? Aha, I will not press that one. That fuck. It'll only do like the ones that I've associated with the tray.
Try to destroy one side of it and escape before it collapses in on you.
Before it collapses in on you. Very much. Before it crashes in on you. Very much. Fire. Do that. Do that. Yay! Some Python trickery to get it working too. If Star Trek Online is the active window, that's how it knows what program. Ah, no. Only those on the hotbar. Boom. Like A3 or A1 or SH1 or 8. 7, 3. Stow tray 2. It's only if I've associated the character with a tray.
OXNYX053 says, that was a hot bar call.
What is that, like star 1? Ving. Hmm? Huh. Where's the... Come on, I need more damage, damn it.
OXNYX053 says, that is the ASCII command to shift.
Oh, it's a visual then.
OXNYX053 says, ER, was. Pale Chimera says, after the entire bridge crew of the USS Anaconda is killed, a Maverick Jr. LT recently demoted from commander after a court-martial finds himself in command of the ship. With all senior officers dead, he must take charge of an inexperienced group of junior officers and lead them as the darkest chapter in Federation history begins around them. This is the story of that ship and crew, a story of hope, tears and courage. Star Trek, Dominion War. Summer 2023.
2023. Yeah, Python has a problem with ASCII characters. I'm always getting like errors and warnings and shit in the code for that. Even my like the chat logger that I've created, it's always saying cannot
OXNYX053 says, ASCII.
ASCII. It's always saying that there's a an error in reading that. And I swear no one ever uses the weird shit. It's mostly whenever emotes come up though. Come on, I need somebody to attack me, damn it. Ah, damn shit, fuck. To attack me, damn it.
OXNYX053 says, so Python is too smart to act that stupid?
Yep. Let me look at the chatbot real quick to see if there's any of those errors yet. Yep. Let's see if I can copy it. Nope. But it says on multiple different ones, ASCII codec can't decode character U263C in position 376 of somebody's text earlier. Can't decode character 226.3C in position 10. Same goes with another one on something else. So it has a problem reading those for some reason. Unless you like script something to help with it, and I've tried and I just gave up. It was like, dude, if it can't like figure out somebody's just saying like the word A or whatever. I've even changed it to like a different type of like coding, like what is it? You format it differently using a different one, and then decode it, encode it to a different format that it can read, then decode it to write it, and it can't figure it out for some damn reason. But I also read that that's a problem with an old version of Python, which is what the bot has to use. So I'm kind of stuck with that. I need to find a damn thing to do myself here. What the fuck? Maybe over here? Because that's just barely attacking poor Gary. He needs a full-on invasion going on now. Are you like, is there someone that can follow me with control? Okay. But yeah, since Python uses like 2.7...
Arcanoloth says, yet add that to my Toto list. Figure out how to stream. That'll keep me busy.
You talking about like scripting and stuff like that? Programming and whatnot? There we go. Yeah, we get some damage now. Oh, there's a good bit of damage. There we go. Aha, Gary came out of it. I mean, if you want to do, I mean, bots can be made.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, sure, might as well. Need a project.
That's the best way to learn how to do shit. Reading alone is okay, but doing it yourself, you come up with challenges that you overcome, and
Arcanoloth
pet projects.
says, also need social interaction, and I'm a shootin', so this solves both problems.
Shut-in. I've been thinking about trying to code a bot, outside of Streamlabs chatbot.
Fighters ready?
Why does it go to Mills Lane every once in a while? It's weird. Attila's Warbirds escaping. Oh my god. Attila the Hun is escaping. There must be lights in a daughter. Somewhere. I mean, Twitch has like little examples, code snippets for all like types of coding languages to do certain functions
Pale
and
Chimera
whatnot.
says, I wish I had access to the in-game dev menu.
Development in Star Trek Online? Yeah, that'd probably be awesome. The devs do too, man. The devs do too. I just imagine whenever there's like some sort of a problem in the game with someone's account, there's like most games would have some sort of a menu system for their developers and stuff. But in Star Trek Online, I just imagine them going to some old DOS computer to bring up this database and changing the field values by like manually instead of like just saying, okay, select this row of SQL table and do whatever. Instead, they're going through there going, okay, here, let me put the paper in there and make sure the dots are cut correctly so that it reads it. That's just what I imagine. And you hear the thing like saying like working, like working. They actually use memory tapes instead of like actual like hard drive. But on the memory tape, mister. The memory tapes don't lie. They can't be manipulated. It's a piece of crystal, man. That's all it is. It would totally be possible to like use a memory tape, as they're called on Star Trek original series. I mean, you think about it, it's like a quartz crystal type structure, that stores information and can put it on there and take it off. I mean, we already do that anyway.
Arcanoloth says, some places still use tapes for cold storage. Can't beat cheap.
Yeah.
Pale Chimera says, I remember when MB discs were the size of a large box.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. I've still got some of those little discs. I've got some 5.5 floppies and some 3 point, what is it? Are they 3.5? I can't remember. Some empty with some blank ones still. I have a reader, a USB one. I could plug it in and play with my A drive all day. That has been an actual nice thing.
OXNYX053 says, I've got a stack of 9-inch floppies.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's a big one there. Hopefully they're in paper protectors. Don't you flop them too much. Do they still work after all these years? Or are they kind of like just new and because they can, those discs can't last forever. Even a VCR tape can't. Oh, I should be doing the damn cloaking shit. Ambush kills. Kaboom, Captain. Kaboom, Captain. Kaboom, Captain. Oh my, Captain. Oh my. Fire. Oh, damn it.
I am quite impressed.
You are quite impressed, I am too.
Murdoch
You need to
says,
come over to
okay,
house.
gonna log in to do the last time for event and get another thingy that I don't care about.
I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
Damn, that's funny shit right there. Log into it for another thing you don't care about.
Murdoch says, okay, gonna log in to do the last time for event and get another thingy that I don't care about. Pale Chimera says, LOL.
Pete and repeat. Yes. Oh, it's just like the last day for you to get the unlock on the console / whatever the fuck that shit is. Yeah, I just what is it? Transmorphic containment. Yeah, I just threw it away whenever I got it because it's always reclaimable. I just didn't want to take it
Pale
up space.
Chimera says, at Murdoch's did that annoy you hee hee ha ha ha. Murdoch says, no.
No.
Pale Chimera says, I'll do it again, smiley face.
Okay, holding. Oh, dude, somebody's already done it. I guess. Aw, I wanted to be the one to put the last plates of the fleet marks in there, but that's okay. I don't give a shit. All right. I'm just teasing. Let's see. What is this? 200. 12. 5. So yeah, this one. Dilithium. Raven Reddington. Dilithium. Diligara. Yep. So how many days is that? 5 days, 7 hours, and 22 minutes. Wow. It's like basically a week. Fly me to the bottom. Fly by and fly by bottom. Who's gonna win? We don't know. The lithium mine provisions. I can do it. You know, one of the worst feelings whenever at work is this like drowning feeling, like I'm like full of water. Boom, 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 boom.
Arcanoloth says, fly me to the moon and let me play inside your ass.
Fly me to the moon. A little love is a boon. But all mine.
Pale Chimera says, Gary the Butcher.
Butcher? Gary the Butcher. Tony Maselli. Gary the Butcher. Hey, oh, hey. Roster man, Arcanoloth is online. Captain.
OXNYX053 says, it has almost been a year. Almost time for Gay's annual checkup.
Gary's annual checkup? Yeah, when is, let's see, well, it wouldn't tell me what it would tell me when this creation date is. Hold on. What would be the last Klingon something, right? Where's that at? It's in here somewhere. Logs, I think. Yeah, captain's log. Very first one. Garbage scowl. 2/10/2022. His annual physical. Somebody, what was it yesterday, complaining about Gary having so many damages and shit like that. Because I flashed off the whole reputations starburst thing you do. and they were talking about how yeah, you can do that, but you can't get like a, you know, they have Klingon doctors or whatever. So welcome to Star Trek Online. Welcome to Star Trek Online. Yep. As Gary's saying, he gets one checkup a year. It'll almost be a year. Think about that Gary was damaged. Or, well, he's not damaged. He's just resting. Oh, Kronos is right there. We can just go ahead and go that way. And let's go
Arcanoloth
get our
says,
stuff.
yeah, I'd ask MIO if they have any cheese on Earth Space Dock to go with that wine. Luckily for me, since I record the whole damn screen, we can always go back and says,
rewatch
no
that.
matter where we go, we can never get lost cause we could always follow the trail of sand from their vagina back to Space Dock.
A vagina sandwich? Vagina? A sandwich? Let's go heal the ship so that people won't complain about that. But Gary only goes to shipyard to fix ship. He doesn't trust his crew to do shit.
Pale Chimera says, I made my main tune January 12th, 19.
Ooh. Not bad. Not bad at all. My main tuna fish was made back in 2016. Or the one that I call my main now. The one I had before that, I no longer have because I got rid of it. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just wanted to make a new character. Because I had one character that I was when I started playing, and it was like years before the recruit thing. It was maybe a year or something, and I took a lot of time off from that. Came back to the game, was like, oh, what's this temporal recruit thing? Clicked on it, made me a TOS character that evolved into the character I have now. Then I'm like, oh, I'm playing this character a lot more because I like this character, and so I just deleted the other one thinking I didn't need it. Then later on I was like, oh wow, you can have multiple characters. So I thought it was like, you know, you would need to get rid of one to get another one. That was stupid.
Arcanoloth says, my oldest was F2P, made many since then.
Oh, horsey.
Arcanoloth says, good thing Stowe doesn't have birthday gifts like Guild Wars.
Birthday gifts. Beware Romulans bearing gifts. You call me a GIF file? Let's see. Let's try to invite you. Yes. Yes.
OXNYX053 says, I have a Klingon that started at level 25.
It says invite to our mod. Oh, they're okay. They got a person. Okay, nope. Yes. Okay, invite to fleet. Yes. 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 It's all coming together one way or the other. I don't know what it is yet, but we won't. I bet this one's going to say, whoops, click on that. Alright. Son of a bitch. Stop it! You click on the wrong damn person. Why you gotta be up that guy's ass anyway, fucker? What the hell, you little fucker? Okay, I'm gonna click invite. I guarantee it's gonna say that it's like, can't be found. Oh, he's already invited to a fleet. Never mind. Well, at least that character's found. Wow. That's a new one. Usually Jim Hadar always say, can't be found. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da. Let's see, first city. Because Gary can always guarantee that Gary is Gary, the Klingon's Gary. And tomorrow, should be Gary's 150th or whatever it is, random. So, flatulation, very much. Because today, yep, tomorrow, one more random, and Gary will have his 150 random cues, to which then I should be able to get whatever reward it's going to be. What is it? Fleet marks and fleet only dilithium? Hey, that'll work.
says,
look at that.
Gary Askin the harbor master when parts get in and everything is back ordered 2 weeks. Well, ain't this place a regular geographical oddity? 2 weeks from everywhere.
2 weeks. Where is that from? I want to say I remember that being in something. 2 weeks from everywhere. Like the like Tuesday. Whenever I used to work at Family Dollar, and the manager was really nervous because the DM showed up, and he asked her like, when are you gonna clean up that back room? She goes, Tuesday. He goes, okay. When are you gonna clean up this office? Tuesday. He goes, I see. When you gonna set these sections over here? Tuesday. He goes, you gonna do everything on a Tuesday?
Arcanoloth says, Clooney in Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
Oh yeah, okay. I knew I heard that from somewhere. But it was just funny, because I was standing right there when he was like, you're gonna do everything on Tuesday. It's like, yeah, he knows that you're lying to him. Oh, everybody's okay. That's usually. Let's see, do I have enough contraband yet? No. Gary, what the hell, man? Everybody else has like this unbelievable amount of like contraband, and Gary has nothing. There's a Klingon, and I guess that makes some sense. Nobody's going to turn over their contraband. I could always get it from my other characters who's just sitting on it, because that's a good 2,000 dilithium per day. Ooh. Fleet marks. Poor Gary, he's always getting fleet marks and that's it. Saying, stupid human. Those are still the same from yesterday. And the other day before that out there, I'll tell you what. 28. Yep. Gary, we're running low on dilithium. But I'm sure we'll figure out how to make you... Oh, Worf, I'm sorry, I didn't want to talk to you. You're still talking. Okay. Well. I'm sorry, Worf. I didn't mean to do that to you. They're going to have to update Worf. Talk to Worf. I would like to talk to you.
Greetings. How may I assist you?
Weapons?
Fight with honor. I am Worf, son of Moog, Gintak of the House of Martok. And yes, I am the one you have heard stories of. I served the Federation proudly. I served under 2 of the finest commanders in Starfleet. And
Arcanoloth says, Mr. Worf says that's a penis.
That's a penis. A Klingon penis. Do you think, okay, you know how a snake, I'm just thinking about this because of Klingons for some reason. You know how a male snake and a female snake, right? The male snake's thing is barbed to where it latches in to the Vihai, Nah. Okay. Would a Klingon be the same way? I mean, they're kind of ridgy and stuff, right? Just wondering. We've never seen a naked Klingon. Like a frontal on a naked Klingon. Who's to say the female's not any different? Maybe like a chastity belt type situation on the female. Where it's got teeth down there. just one.
Murdoch says, that keeps you up late at night, doesn't it? OXNYX053 says, Uma
Thurman. Keeps you up at night.
Arcanoloth says, Disco S1 showed us a clink against a wall, urinating. There were 2 streams. Make of that what you will.
Oh wow, double the chances. Oh, it's like a lottery. Duality, Part 1. Klingons. Well, did they have like
Arcanoloth says, I tell you what it makes me think. It makes me look at Jadzia twice.
Jadzia? Twice. It's funny. Where are you going, Klingon warrior? You shall not use my transporter pad. This is mine. You are here as well. Transporter chief, you have been relieved. You will go back to my chambers.
Arcanoloth says, Jadzia be like, certified freak, 7 days a week.
Certified freak, 7 days a week. I say, oh, was that necessary? Did they really need to turn into a damn cat? I better not have that on him. Can you even get that? Reclaim reward? Ground equipment? I'm just curious. I'm not going to get the damn thing. Transmuter wand. Get drone. It's probably like per like one character, isn't it? Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. I know that one of my characters got it. My captain. Captain, my captain. Ah, there it is. Okay, yeah. The feline charm shit. I was just wondering. Fly him to the moon. Completed 25? How did I get 25 assignments? How did that happen? I didn't know you can get over like a certain amount. I know I've always gotten like maybe 22, but I've never gotten 25 before. What the hell? Okay. It's like some Star Trek. Some. What is it? Where's it at? Some humans in here somewhere. I know it. Yeah. Human, female ensign. I love it. Usually they don't like work, you know. But I don't know how that happened. Gets cross faction. Vulcan. How the hell did I get a human? Like a Federation officer as in my roster?
OXNYX053 says, the transmuter wand that turns enemies into a cat with a fear aura on them was effective vs the lesser attack probes on that VGER map.
VGER. 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 Captain. I got another one down here. I got a chef. How'd I get a human chef? Where'd that come from? Founders of the Federation and everything. I don't know how I do that. That's wild. Got 2 Federation officers. Oh, and we got an excitable little thing here. Transmuter 1.
OXNYX053 says, exchange buy?
I don't remember buying anybody. I don't know why I'd need to buy a chef. Maybe I did at one time. I don't know. I go through like the officers, you know, whenever I do the thing there with the. Because I only buy people from.
OXNYX053 says, you can feed them to a star base, usually. Arcanoloth says, I love how Shat says it like his balls not getting destroyed by a German dominatrix is hanging on his ability to pronounce VGER.
VGER. VGER.
Murdoch says,
VGER.
You can feed them to a space anus.
Space anus. Yeah, usually whenever I get the characters, I go to the starbase, you know, and get the tactical engine or whatever like that. I don't know why I would need to get a civilian chef and a projectile weapons officer. Maybe I did buy that. I don't know why they would even work. Shouldn't they be like, nope. It's like that whole thing with Rise, when I was on Ryza that time. And I used some Lolanet to buy a let's see, a science officer's kit, a science kit. But I was a tactical. It was my main character. He was a tactical, so he couldn't use it.
OXNYX053 says, Embassy and I think K13.
And I was like, well, I can't use this under this character, so I'll just give it to another one, you know? Because I was going to do that. I was going to buy it as that character, put it in the bank account to give it to my science. But as soon as I bought it with my Lolanet, it was owned only by my tactical, and it was science, and he's tactical. So I was like, well, what the fuck do I do about this, you know? Why did it even allow a tactical officer to buy a science kit if he could not use it? So same goes for this. I mean, why does it let you buy Federation officers to put on your Klingon?
Arcanoloth says, why they even let you do that is dumb.
Yeah.
Murdoch says, so you can fuck up.
I guess so.
Arcanoloth says, Rep Many only lets you buy your class items. Arcanoloth says, at Murdoch's. OXNYX053 says, well, now you can upgrade a buff and slot it.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Arcanoloth says, why? Because fuck you, that's why.
That's what I was actually thinking. Of my main character.
Says, buy a new couch with all that money you made.
With my main character being tactical and to Spork being the first officer, I was thinking maybe I just upgrade her now and give it to her. You know, it would work out. But it was so stupid. Why, like, why did it even let me buy that? Let's see, Starship Bridge. Yeah, let's go to the bridge. Let's go to the bridge. Let's go play bridge on the bridge with the Zulu. And Lieutenant Commander Data. There's no data.
Murdoch says, I just did event, now I have to do it again for the dilithium.
Yes, you do, Murdoch, yes. If you want it, I mean, technically you don't have to do it to get that if you don't want it, bye. Unless one of your other characters needs it. I would definitely do it. You know, if my character needed it. Oh gosh, I would have just chosen like the freaking shuttle. It's got to like go to the basement of the storage facility.
Arcanoloth says, you want it? Yeah baby, you got it.
Space. Archer, what the hell are you doing right there, buddy? No one's ever in the seat I want him to be in. For some damn reason, my engineering officer's here sitting in front of the communications panel when he should be over here. Got Archer's like my first officer. No, wait, he's not a first
Murdoch
officer.
says, they need to make a space Halloween event, not just a ground.
Damn right. Crew deck. Shalath. Hey, random person I don't know. It would be nice if you went into your ship and actually could go in a lot of the ships, but beyond the bridge, and see some of these people that are in your officer roster. Like if you only have 60, you would see some of those 60. And one day I hope they fix this damn seating problem in this game. I bet they still haven't fixed the engineering shuttle bay. Yeah, this right here, Starfleet Frontier Science Kit.
Says, imagine the Halloween event in space. It would be a flying hand that grabs your skip and holds OU in place for 15 minutes and then says thanks for playing, still testing online. Murdoch
oh wait,
says,
no, not that.
Thinking about all the Star
That's
Trek
not
shows
it.
that
That's
aired
not
on
it.
Halloween, is there an episode that could be used as a Halloween event?
Like a creepy episode? Let me
Murdoch
think.
says, yeah.
Like any episode of Star Trek, it could be a Q type situation. I mean, Q could like do stuff. I mean, they had the one with the observer guy or whatever, his face floating around in space. I don't know if they could do anything with that. You know, the one that was like testing the Enterprise and studying everybody there. I don't know.
Murdoch says, I was thinking of that one actually, TOS.
They still haven't fixed this. They don't give a shit. Huzzah! Space is the place, yo. I'm still falling, aren't I?
Murdoch says, wow, that's crazy.
Yep, I'm in space. The final frontier. Beam in a couple of my guys. They can fall with me. I can hurry the fall. Yeah.
Arcanoloth says, yup, shit is busted. OXNYX053 says, for Halloween in space? Anything involving the Fecklary. Murdoch says,
yes,
you could make a video to a Pink Floyd song and at the right moment jump out into space. Arcanoloth says, should end every stream this way until they fix that.
And it automatically throws you back in the ship. See, they got contingencies. My boy. Oh, that's my boy. I forgot about you, boy. What you been doing on the ship? You been pastoring everybody? Is that what you been doing? That's a good little boy right there is what that is. Ooh, I just noticed a little problem there. They got a model rigging issue right there. It's poking out part of his back right there. It can be fixed very easily, but they choose not to. Yeah. It's a weight issue. Archer, I want to sit on your lap, sir. Alright. It's one of the things you do. You don't just like regularly sit in the chair. You have to tell it how you want to sit in the chair. Emote, no text. Sit, captain. And of course, the camera view is in the wrong damn place.
Pale Chimera says, should I keep Override Subsystem Safety 3 or should I drop it in favor for Surgical Strikes 3?
Murdoch would probably say Surgical Strikes because he's all about that Surgical Strikes. At least his spork is in the right place. Oh yeah, we were going to do something, right? Okay, yeah. Leave interior of his ship. I'm going to beam outside, okay, people? Yes. We'll float around in space.
Murdoch says, depends on the type of build you are doing.
Let's see, Soul System.
Murdoch says, Override is good for beam overload builds.
Bomerload. Bowerload. Why would you have to?
Murdoch says,
like keep
Surgical Strikes don't do beam overload with it.
Surgical Strikes.
Pale Chimera says, Vengeance Bow DBB.
Surgical Strikes require you to be very strategical with the surgicals. How are we doing over here, Misty? You mind if I turn my ship in your direction? Ah, my ship just fatted. I got a fart problem.
OXNYX053 says, how is your haste?
Hello there, Misty. It's a nice ship you've got there. It looks familiar.
Murdoch says, with Surgical Strikes you can just mix like beams and cannons together even if you wanted since you going for the crit chance.
You've got issues there, Misty.
Arcanoloth says, at Pale Chimera Surgical Strikes 3 is CMDR rank, Override Subsystem Safeties 3 is LTCMDR rank.
Boom shakalaka. I have beamed into
Pale Chimera says,
Starbase 1.
Sigh, I know.
Sino? We will jump in the water. We'll have fun here. Why is this person flashing? Forbidden Angels. Hello, somebody from Forbidden Angels. They are probably in my friends list, aren't they? Yep. That's you. Okay. Okay, I see you. All right. Let's see.
Arcanoloth says,
Bank?
if you have to ask in Twitch chat, I have to assume you'd benefit from. https://sites.google.com/view/stabetter.
Stabetter. Let's see. Kit. Where was that at? It wasn't that one that's in the account bank for some damn reason. I know it ain't. It can't be in this.
Murdoch says,
Science Kit
Surgical
module.
Strikes is good for budget builds for the extra crit, so probably do that if it's not your main.
That's what it was. It was not a kit. It was this module. Science Kit module. Sonic Disruption. That's what it was. See, bound to character protection is on. I keep protection on because it reminds me of the mistake I made. But I can't transfer this over, and I don't know why it would let me have that module if I'm not a science officer. I never could figure that out. Huzzah, mister.
Arcanoloth says, and if they have a build with crits stacked to the point where SS falls off, what are the odds of that person asking for build help in Twitch chat?
Oh,
OXNYX053 says, can you salvage it? Like for an endeavor?
Probably. I can't make the get over here thingy. No. Because it has to have a target for that, doesn't it? He just attacks regularly. That sucks. Damn it, I'm stuck. What is it, B? Yeah, okay. Let's see. Turn his detection status off. Nope, just discards it for nothing. Because it's worth, well, it says the value is 14,000, but it wouldn't do that. It'd probably be like 7 if I were to get rid of it. But that was the thing. It was the module that it allowed me to buy, and I guess I could have probably like got a hold of like one of the admin-y people or whatever, the moderator people for the game or at the time, and said, hey, I accidentally chose this one or whatever, but I didn't, and I forgot about it, and then I put it in my bank, and there it sits. Yeah, there it sits. Damn it. But yeah, maybe one day, whenever they add to this the upgrade that gives you the slot for a kit, maybe they'll allow modules. It's for,
Pale Chimera says, I get a lot of conflicting advice, so it's hard to know which path I should go with the vengeance.
Sonic Disruption. Let's see if that's possible for like a science person anyway.
Arcanoloth says,
yep.
At Pale Chimera read Stow better, then ask questions.
Ask questions. Be done to ask them questions. Yeah, so it'd be useless anyway. It's still useless. I don't know why they have it like that anyway, then. It's a lot of reading. Yes. That's why the human wiki Arcanoloth can only answer so much. Oh, we have a light thing. There we go. That looks a lot better. And
Pale Chimera says, don't start with me.
Fire. Anyway. We're at 3 hours and 19 minutes 27 seconds. I am calling this a stream. Alright, Shia walks in to see what condition my condition was in. I'd like to thank everybody for popping in tonight / evening.
Arcanoloth says, GG.
GG, man, GG.
OXNYX053 says, it is a lot easier to make a bow build than a surgical build. And it is doubtful that a surgical build would do better by the numbers.
The numbers. The numbers here. Mode, no text. Salute. Salute, captains. Yep. I'm getting off of here. I gotta go to work again tomorrow. So I may try to watch like the latest Star Trek Lower Decks that I have not watched. And then call it a night. So y'all have a good one out there. And if you need to continue any discussions, go to Discord. I don't know.
Murdoch says, night.
I know I haven't been doing much on
Just
there.
call McCower says, okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Hi, Billy, are you on your feet all day? Hey, big guy. Hey, I'm working with you all day. I got a job. You don't really mind. Hey, I'm working with you all day. Hey, big guy. Hey, big guy. You don't just $19.99. You don't need all these. Hey, how you doing? Billy makes it. Just Are you on your for just
OXNYX053 says, see you Thursday.
Alright, Ox. You have a safe one out there, man. Try not to hit too many pedestrians.
Listen.
My character actually had his head up in the air whenever she's doing that.
OXNYX053 says, CO driver hit a car a couple of weeks ago.
Oh shit. While you were in the back sleeping? That's kind of scary. Did that jar you awake? Son of a bitch. How did we get another triple? What the hell did that come from?
OXNYX053 says, I slept through it.
Oh,
Dumbass
wow.
car came to a complete stop in an interstate.
Oh my god. Why in the world would someone do that? Then again, people out there, you know.
Murdoch says, any new movies worth watching?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, they have like, what is that? Black Adam is out, but I don't think that it's out on stream or nothing like that.
OXNYX053 says, she dropped her phone?
She dropped her phone, that's probably right. Had a panic attack on that interstate. Oh my gosh. Remember when I drove my Volkswagen on the interstate for the first time? I was so nervous.
Arcanoloth says, plenty of films, just depends on what you like.
What you like about that? Like, depends too on how new is new to you. And how old is new to you. One-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater. Watch that. That's not new. Alright, I'm gonna close her down. I'm counting down from 5.
OXNYX053 says, I woke up a bit afterwards from not moving. The office told her if someone gets a ticket it would be her. Don't push them.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, you be careful
Murdoch
out there,
says, Night meow meow.
man. Night meow meow. You be careful out there, dude. That's just kind of freaky. Like just stopping on the interstate. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye. Clicking end stream now. Bye bye, night night.